Watch Suits.
Try to, couldn't get into it.
Yeah, I can watch. I can.
Boring. I
No
was
thanks.
bored. Just bored. Mentalist is okay, but Psych is way better.
Yeah.
Hi. Can't hear you.
Can't hear you. Phoenix's mic is off.
Hi, Phoenix.
Hi.
Hey, he's alive.
StreamYard just changed it for some reason.
Be booped.
No, just change which input I'm using. I was saying, what's that weird looking British dude show?
What show?
The Mentalist.
Oh, is he British? I can't remember. Yeah, you're right. He is British, isn't he?
I'm pretty sure he is.
God damn it.
Adam, what?
That's knocked over everything.
Oh, I know what's going on. Okay, fixed.
How do you have you had me muted?
No, I had. I was hearing everything twice. I was hearing like an echo. Like I was hearing everything like, and then I'd hear it again. It's because I had the chat open in the other window and I forgot to mute it.
Yeah.
Rookie mistake.
Look at his hairy ass arms. Look at those things.
He's like a primate.
Or Robin Williams is helping him with his audio equipment.
Hello, how are you? Yeah, hello. I put the mic over here. Oh, hello. Oh.
No, I don't.
For some reason, I can
on the table. We're good.
I can picture Dick out in the desert just beating something to death with a bone while fucking classical music plays in the background.
That's what I do on every Saturday.
Frank, did you get any clips?
Yeah, for the second one, because the first one's a Redux, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. First one we're just watching, right?
No, we're not watching it.
The whole point of my arm hair was to show you what I got for $20.
We always watch it for.
Oh, Arrow! Oh, is that 4K too?
No, it's just Blu-ray. It was like $20, and then of course
I'm holding out for that one to be in 4K. That one's good. I have that on DVD.
$10 for the collector's edition Blu-ray Cobra.
Thinking about grabbing Prince of Darkness while it's $24.99 for 4K.
I love Cobra.
Yeah, Cobra's great. Hey.
Yeah. I don't talk to psychos. I put them away.
I would kill for some gummy bears.
That's a classic movie. It's terrible.
We're not watching it.
You should watch it, Frank. You should watch Cobra.
Not Cobra. We're talking about the Stop It Willoughby.
Phoenix hates action movies. He just hates cheesy action movies.
I don't mind Cobra.
Cobra's fun.
We're talking about Twilight Zone.
Well, yeah. What I'm saying is, like, we always watch the Reduxes before, right? I'm not crazy thinking that, right?
We used to, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I don't have anything for those.
Now, when you say Redux, you mean it's the original episode? We just watched it again.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, at first, I was like, "Wait a minute, is there another one?"
Phoenix did it by himself the first time, and this time it's with everybody.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Because when Phoenix did it by himself, it was at a totally different show.
Stop at Willoughby.
It was basically Phoenix drunk, just going for a good 20 minutes, and it was insanity.
Well, I think this episode is the bastard redheaded stepchild of
recording it, Dick.
Oh yeah, let's start recording.
No, I thought we were recording already. We're live.
No, we're live, but we're not recording the podcast.
Oh, shit, I thought we were on.
We're not
Let's
live.
start the podcast right now. Here
Let's
we go.
do it. I'm ready. Willoughby.
Let's hear a classic episode because we're doing a classic theme song because we're doing a classic episode.
Didn't mean to yell at you, Dick.
Stop yelling at the Dick.
You're traveling to
I love
dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. That's a signpost up ahead. Your next stop, dark territory.
I know she's not deaf or dumb or retarded or anything.
Wandering in Wonderland, the Twilight Zone review.
Hello, citizens. Welcome to LIW The Twilight review, episode 228. Today we are discussing a Stop at Willoughby. It's a Redux episode, Twilight Zone 1959, episode 130. I'm Phoenix West.
I'm Frank Links.
Dick Willoughby and Sons.
I'm 14 pounds lighter.
Oh,
Just take a shit.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
Nice.
You took a developing.
Yeah. Developing
That's what we're talking
a 14-pound shit.
it was delightful. It looked
No,
like
I'm
Harvey
seriously 14 pounds lighter today. I'm pretty fucking happy about that. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
Oh, I gotta do something. There we go.
Cool.
Funny.
That's what we're used to
Are
I
we?
don't remember.
on this show. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Anyway, top of Willoughby.
Adam's always my bottom.
That's right. He's your bottom bitch.
Did you get
He
it?
generates an enormous amount of power down there.
It's a gay. Yeah, it's a gay joke.
The reason we're doing this as Redux is because I drew the card off the bingo board, and I figured we'd do our runner-up.
Ooh.
Remember the Twitter
Thank
poll
you.
from last year? You guys done? You good?
I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh, god damn.
Something you guys want to share with the class? Want to spray?
No,
all
I'm
over the class?
just jerking Frank off under the table like always.
Why don't you come to the head of the class and do it, huh?
I don't have enough gum for everybody, sir.
This isn't a porno.
You say gum?
Gonna gum.
Happy to say gum. Lose my voice already. Anyway, the reason I'm doing this is, I remember the Twitter poll we ran, and it came down to this and Obsolete Man, and we're just like, I was watching it, like, no, please, I don't want to do Stop at Willoughby.
It's so.
I'm glad the obsolete man won.
Yeah, Obsolete Man's like my second favorite episode of all time.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
And a Stop at Willoughby is an episode.
No, it's a good one. I think it's a good one.
It's good. It
It's
exists.
a good episode.
Yeah,
I think it's
out of 100,
better than that.
yeah, like out of 156, I would put it in the top 120.
Yeah.
I mean, at least they didn't pick the Bewitching pool, so there's that.
No, people aren't dumb. Or
There's
cruel.
like 50 funny
Well,
episodes that are
that's,
shit, by the way. So they can't be in the top 120.
Or that one with Carol Burnett. Can't think of the name right now.
Oh,
but
this
you know
is
which one I'm
shit.
talking about.
It's just not, it's just not as shit as other shit.
This one's good. You just didn't like it because he didn't throw himself out a window. I think that's the problem
did.
with this episode.
You know what? That's a good point. If we would have
No,
seen him
he
go
threw
through
himself
the
off a
sugar
moving
glass,
train.
that'd have been something else. Yeah.
He could have
Yeah,
went through the window. We don't know.
No, he just...
It happened off camera. It's not fair.
Couldn't afford to show the moving train.
He wasn't going through the roof, so I'm sure he went through the window.
The episode was missing the
Exactly, yeah.
that
Willoughby! Ah!
sad son of a bitch jumped out the window.
But like I was saying, this feels like the bastard redheaded stepchild of Walking Distance.
Yeah, Walking Distance is a
It's a
great
classic.
episode.
Well,
I-
Walking Distance is top 10 for me.
You could
It's
put
not top
this,
5.
yeah, you could put this in Walking Distance and smash them together, and nobody would know.
Oh, sorry, I was thinking of The Walking Dead, which is also just amazing.
For a second, I thought I was watching. I thought I was.
lack of understanding.
Yeah, for a second, I thought I was watching Patterns because, like, when it opens up, it's like the exact same shot with the guy at the end of the table, except he's smoking a stogie, and I'm like, is this like the preamble to Patterns or a little bit
Shut
left
up!
over from Patterns?
Shut up,
or-
you old man!
After
Shut up!
Pattern. This is after.
Yeah.
Shut up! Shut up!
This
Push.
this
Push,
dude
push,
had
push.
some balls, man. He really did have some balls.
Yeah.
Well,
I like the fact that they said this guy was 38 years old. He looked like he was about 49.
that's my favorite Twilight Zone.
I was waiting for Phoenix to bring that up.
Well,
2
I
years
love
ago, he was in high school.
I love his boss because he has big balls because he's like, I don't even give a shit about my teeth. I'm gonna let those fuckers rot right in my mouth. I don't give a shit. They were like,
Well, they're stained with Chesterfield smoke.
he's the first person to discover meth and just didn't tell anyone for 50 years. I don't know what the fuck he did.
I love
It just
that.
looked like that.
Tobacco stained teeth with whiskey on them. Oh,
The best thing about meth is your teeth don't get yellow; they fall out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that guy's mouth was a black sore. I don't know what else to call it. It was like just short of like a horror movie.
he was like a fighting Uruk-hai from Lord of the Rings,
It was disgusting.
but with Christopher Lee's teeth.
it was the year of black tar heroin. Okay,
And he injected it in his mouth.
He rubbed it on his gums
Yeah.
like cocaine.
This is a good second chew. Ah.
Yeah, he made pouches out of them and put them in there.
Ugh.
Always make sure
People do that.
we always make sure we have control of Afghanistan. All right.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what's weird about-
Poppies.
The weirdest thing about this episode for me is I talked about it the first time back on episode 30 of this show, and it was September 13th of 2016.
Wow.
And I watched it, and I just moved on to the next episode.
There had to be a Frankenheimer in there. There had to be. I need to listen to it now to find out there's a Frankenheimer in there.
You find out or not?
I'm sure there is.
You be my historian. But the point is, I watched it and I go, "Oh, that was an episode." Moving on. And apparently, it's just like severely revered episode on Twitter, and everyone fucking loves it. And I just like, I don't get it.
Why?
I don't understand why. It's fine. It's a good episode. I like it.
No.
I like it just fine. But
I think the reason is it's the darker toned Walking Distance, because he dies. Oh, spoiler! He dies at the end. Yeah, but it's fine. Where? Because his wife's a cunt. His boss is an asshole. He dies and he lives to go on happily ever after. It's wonderful. It's a beautiful story.
He literally,
sweet.
Yeah, he literally blows up at work and then goes and kills himself. Okay.
Yeah, he's having a bad day.
Yeah. This that's the story. It's literally the plot.
It's
beginning and
it's
end.
fine.
It's missing a couple scenes of him having racial differences with some local crooks, and it's falling down with Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
Yeah. Michael.
I'm falling down.
Why am I stuck in his last name?
I'm falling down. Michael Douglas.
Michael
Douglas.
Thank
Michael
you.
Douglas.
A couple of those, because it starts off and he gets fucked over his job, and then we cut out the scenes where
Listen here, fat boy.
yelling at Hispanic men, Hispanic teenagers about playing their music too loud and waving guns, and then it cuts to just him dying.
That was Gran Torino. Oh wait, that's the other movie.
That's the other one.
I really didn't like. I was very offended about the fat boy remark. I didn't find that. I found that a bit out of.
Well, he's doing that shit even on the train. He's trying to sleep. He goes, no, no, no. He's like yelling at people on the train. He's losing his mind, and I love it. He hates his life. His wife's a bitch.
Yeah.
He goes home.
Oh, she's kind of hot though. I would. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's not bad for a 38-year-old
Like she looked really
man.
good in the picture, but it's like you see her and she's like just this really ugly. She's basically the same character as Adrienne Barbeau from Creepshow. It's the same fucking character.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just
yeah.
drinking and blaming everything on her husband.
He's definitely a 4 on the Clydesdale scale.
We have Adrienne Barbeau on tomorrow's show, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, she's strong. That's a strong woman.
she's-
38 years old, ladies and gentlemen. 38 years old.
38.
Yeah, bullshit.
38. He's 2 years older than me.
I'm 38.
This man is 65. Yo, do you know, like, I think like half the amount of those bikes that are ever produced
38
is the number of people killed on those things. On those gigantic bikes.
It's a nice math, Frank. How many bikes have we sold? 2,000? Well, we got 1,000 deaths in our hand. Not a big deal.
50-50.
It's easier than dividing by 75 cents.
Well, people really don't die on bicycles nowadays. That was my point.
I think they die on bikes all the time.
Huh?
How many people get ran over riding a bike these days, Frank? Come on now. You're a NASCAR guy.
Oh, shots fired across Port Bow.
I mean Indy car stock. I'm sorry. Indy car stock.
Frank, NASCAR's in town here, just a few miles away from me.
Yeah, I know.
It's fucking miserable here right now.
Yeah, bunch of
traffic.
hicks with flags everywhere.
There's so much traffic.
I bet you there's a lot of fucking mullets there right now.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. Is he still racing?
A lot of pickup trucks, I'm sure.
He's racing those golden angels up in heaven.
Up in heaven.
A lot of mullets and a lot of beer guts.
God needed a racer.
There are no Earnhardts in racing anymore.
Is he retired? He's done that, huh? Okay.
Yeah, Junior retired.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know anything
Jake,
about any of that.
We need to tell you something really sad.
Oh, what happened?
To Dale Earnhardt.
Oh, yeah, he did. He's dead.
Okay, yeah.
He's
I
dead.
knew that. Yeah, I knew that.
That fucker's dead.
He crashed into a wall, and everyone thought he was okay, but he was dead.
Yeah, well, he went head first.
He went to Willoughby.
Well, he weighed.
He went to Willoughby.
He weighed 80 pounds, and he looked like the Marlboro Man. Like, of course, he's gonna die on impact.
He was the only insane cocksucker that wore a half helmet and goggles.
I need to get back to Willoughby. I'm gonna drive real fast now.
That dude was insane. He was out of his fucking mind.
Now, would you have watched it if he was still around, or you never liked NASCAR to begin with? You're just not a NASCAR guy.
No, I had no problem with it back in the '90s.
Okay.
And yeah, I did watch it back in the '90s. Like I've gone to race in Dover.
Just let's not.
I wanted to go down this path to see how long it would take.
Not talk about NASCAR. I don't want to be here.
Damn you!
Well, no, I'm just tickled pink at just how much it's failing. That's great.
That's for the episode.
The death of NASCAR has been glorious to watch.
Does someone want to set this episode up with like the opening scene?
Okay, so
There you go. I was going to say it no matter who started talking. Frank. All right, we're waiting on Frank.
No, Frank, you've been chosen. You don't get out of this shit.
all right, so it opens up with this guy in a meeting room. There's an old fucker, and basically this guy hires a younger go-getter. He really gone and got it, and then flew the coop with it, and basically was the equivalent of like you just lost me like millions because 3 million because you backed up your boy here, and your boy done fucked you. And I mean, I've been there, huh?
The kid doesn't show up. Our main character gets yelled at by his boss, but like, your boy didn't show up, and he left for some other job. Loses $3 million on some sale that he took with him. And in case you're curious, that's 4 million phone calls from Ohio to St. Louis.
Oh shit! You really did it.
A lot of phone calls. That's easy math.
I know. Yeah, it's true. But I mean, dude, that's like 20 years of Shatner in that motherfucker. Just nonstop hanging up and calling.
Yeah, I don't know what Shatner's even. Well, he's checking out his job, wasn't he?
Yeah. Seeing if you got the promotion.
You don't do shit. He retired off that Priceline.com money.
Don't treat me like I'm a retarded child.
Well, no, that's where that came from. What was the only other episode Shatner was in was when he kept on calling the office when they were at the diner to see if they got the promotion. And
Dick does have a good point. You did say that line.
Yes, you did.
Don't talk to me like I'm a retarded child.
Yeah, that's true. He did. Yeah.
Will we get out today? Will the car be ready? Am I going to get the promotion?
You Klingon bastards!
You killed my son.
Make it so.
Wrong.
They're Klingons. They're animals.
That's Picard. Make it so, Frank.
I don't care.
I was hoping Frank just kept going. Dick, I really shouldn't say anything.
Sorry, yeah, you're right. You should make it so.
What did
May the force be with you.
What did Shatner say?
Oh,
get busy. Women are get busy, dying.
Danger, Will Robinson.
Yeah,
no pictures, you pinko bitch.
What was Shatner's line?
He did a spoken word album of
No one
Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds.
Rocket Man.
And Rocket Man. Yeah, he did all of those.
Rocket Man.
That is true. I am the Rocket Man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's in the meeting. Gets up by his boss, and his boss is like, "Motherfucker, you fucked up." And then he starts doing his push, pull, yank,
close up of
Feel
his
the burn.
teeth.
Feel the burn.
And then our main character freaks out on him and screams at him, "Shut up, fat man!" And then he leaves the room and apparently has like an immediate ulcer.
Yeah.
Then he comes to the train. That's it.
Yeah, because apparently, how dare you yell at me for basically fucking you over for money?
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, he didn't make any money off it. It was just a mistake on
He
his
lost-
end.
yeah, no, but yeah,
He didn't make any.
but his boss paid him a salary to get
Right.
that money. And
Well,
They lost 4 million phone calls. That's a lot of phone calls.
He just wasn't a go-getter.
he didn't push.
Push.
He had someone else push.
Was that Lamaze class? Is that what they were doing?
That scene creeped
I
me
never
out.
took one.
The beginning scene had too much talk about like that guy's too young.
And then does it go right to? And then and then he's on the train, Willoughby, whatever, and then it changes back, and then he's home, and his cunt wife has to get on him. Like, well, you need to make money so I can not do a damn thing and be a cunt all day.
And they have a moment where like he opens up to her and like she's listening. She's like, "Okay, so go ahead and tell me about it." And then it's like she just listens to all that shit. Like he's just opening up to her. She's like, "Oh, good luck with that," and then fucking walks off.
Like, thanks for the help, ho. Like, what the fuck?
She's such a good listener.
Frank, we're getting feedback off your end.
I don't care.
You heard it first on LIW Twilight Zone review.
Just mute him. I hear everyone, all three of us talking out of Frank's end.
Yeah.
A stop at Willoughby where we'll meet Frank and his wife on their old bikes.
How about now?
Still there. I'll give you a hamstring when it's gone.
Okay. Let me see here.
Anyway,
Oh,
God, it's distracting as hell. It's getting worse.
Willoughby.
That is so distracting. Yeah. Hold on.
You're making it worse.
Do you have the stream open in another tab and not muted?
Nope. It's Frank. No, if he has it open.
I was talking to Frank actually.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't.
So invaders from Mars, huh, Adam?
Yeah. Took a while, but that's what it's going to be.
Damn it! I wanted it. I come in peace. I'm so disappointed.
It'll still happen.
Yeah.
What I'll have to do is I'll have to pair it up with a couple of shittier movies, and then
Yeah.
because that almost won, man. It's a fucking tie. Yeah.
No, it's just close.
I already reviewed I Come in Peace. That was a good
You
movie.
go in pieces.
It's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
It's a fun movie.
The version I watched was called Dark Angel.
Dark Angel. Yeah, that's another one of those movies that's so bad they changed the name later to Dark Angel.
And Jessica Biel did not show up, and I was very upset.
No.
Anyway, Frank's gone. Let's have fun.
You mean Jessica Alba?
Whatever. The Jessicas of the
Jessicas of the
the
late
Jessicas
90s.
of the 90s. Yeah, they're just
And who would
all
have
one
thought?
girl.
Who would have thought Jessica Biel's dad from the 90s would be a kid toucher and go to prison?
I watched Seventh Heaven with my mom. It's obvious.
You figured it out, yeah.
He's also from Star Trek.
He is motion picture.
In the first one, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about this episode. He gets on the train after work, after he blows up at his boss, and then he falls asleep and ends up in Willoughby. And he wakes back up from that nightmare, and he's like, "Where's Willoughby?" He's like, "I never heard of that place." This guy right here.
Will it be New York? Will it be Connecticut?
Yeah, he has no idea where he is.
That fucking guy has no life because after asking about Willoughby, the guy's like, "Oh, I looked up at that Willoughby place that you were talking about." I'm like, "You do that for all your customers, dude?" Because I'm pretty sure a real conductor would hate people after about a week's worth of work.
And this is back before the internet. So this guy went to like the library and looked up maps and looked up the history of the cities. And,
for one fucking customer.
I'm sure the train has a route poster that he just went and looked at, and he was just like, "Oh, I can tell you right out front, there's no Willoughby within a 50-mile radius of here."
We're still talking half an hour to an hour at least of research.
Well, sure, maybe.
For this random conversation with a guy who he knows his name. If a train conductor ever knew my name, I'd fucking jump out of the train too.
Well, that's exactly why he does it.
That's sad. That's sad as shit.
This is a sad episode.
He probably had to go to the library and use those thing called index cards to look up a book and fucking research if that fucking place ever existed or not.
The Dewey Decimal System.
The Dewey Decimal System.
Damn right.
You don't know the Dewey Decimal System?
Remember all the years that we spent in grade school being taught how to use that shit? Didn't that pay off well?
I don't remember being taught how to use it. You showed up to the library and you figured it out.
I just love having those conversations of like all those things that we learned that we never fucking use anymore. You know, and Dewey Decimal System is one of those things.
I was a really
cursive
good
is another
student.
one.
I was a really good student until they introduced algebra, and I go, "This will never impact my life at all," and I didn't even try.
Nope. Hey, cut out algebra and teach people how to fucking balance a checkbook and do their taxes would be way more productive, but nah.
Well, I think
let's
teach
do
them
algebra.
how to read, too, because they can't read for shit anymore.
Teach them manners.
Teach them anything.
Table
You're a
manners.
fish.
You teach him how to kill a squirrel and make a stew.
There you go.
Like
Squirrel
a fucking
stew.
man does.
Like a real man.
Got the
Just-
eye.
God
Just
damn
some
it.
poor kid. He's crying. He's pulling the guts out of a fucking squirrel.
You gotta field dress this fucking thing, you little faggot. Field dress it.
He's a pacifist.
Oh, did not know that.
Anyway,
I did not know that.
Adam doesn't like that movie. Let's not talk about it.
Yeah, I know.
The name Gart really tells me that Rod wrote this episode.
Yeah.
Gart?
Gart.
Dart. Oh, I'm sorry. I said
G-A-R-T.
Not
Gart.
Garth, like Wayne and Garth.
No, it's one letter short.
Wayne and Dart.
Gart.
Gart. What's going on, man?
What the fuck? It's the same things over and over. He goes home after the train, and then his bitch wife comes down, and she's like, "Motherfucker, you're gonna get drunk. That's all you're gonna do." And he's like,
Yeah.
"A bad day at work." She's like, "I heard everyone called and told me how you basically he cut your dick off in the meeting." And he's like, "I'm sorry." And she just like berates him for being a pussy and not wanting to have this cutthroat job.
Yes, this is why he kills himself.
And I'm glad he killed himself.
Yes.
I don't.
It's
feel
That right
It's a sad
there
episode.
is my problem with this episode. It's set up well. It's acted well. It has a message. But that whole ending, I'm just like, so this whole thing just went to the sweet oblivion. You know, I maybe that's why people like it. Didn't work for me. I didn't.
Well,
really
I think they like it because of the Willoughby and Sons funeral home reveal. I think that's what fools you.
to me is the worst part of the episode because why the
Yes.
fuck would he know that? Why does that? It doesn't mean anything. They should have shown a billboard for it or something.
I guess it's supposed to be symbolic for, you know, once he goes to rest, he can finally rest and be happy in some place that brings him some happiness. But I'm just thinking,
But
there's so many different ways you set that up. I'd have been happier if he would have like he would have went to Willoughby and got stuck there, and somehow people like his wife would have changed and like convinced him to come back or something.
No,
Just
she's a bitch.
Just give me anything else. Just, you know, it's
wife with a bitch.
She's a bitch. Your mother's a bitch.
Everybody's a shithead, and then
Go
you
for it.
grow up and you get a shitty job. And if you don't like your shitty job and your shitty marriage, then just go fucking jump off a train. Thanks,
Fuck
Rob.
off. Fuck
You
off
know?
the train tracks.
Yeah, jump off a fucking train and yell Willoughby. Fuck
Love
that.
it. I don't know. I think
It
I
didn't
don't-
make me angry. It's definitely not the worst Twilight Zone I've seen, but it just didn't do anything for me.
No, it's. I like it. I like it plenty. It's fine.
It's
but
okay.
the ending isn't like whoa. I was just like, first time I watched this, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm like, oh.
It's what you would expect the Twilight Zone episode to be.
Did
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
You get to a point where you're expecting some kind of a twist or a shocking reveal, so when it happens, it's just like the least bit shocking that, you know, so that's what that is. Okay.
I just
fine.
think they could have done a better job on the twist because the twist as it is, oh, we're going to Willoughby, but he is going to Willoughby because
Also, I would have liked, I thought it would have been more fun to spend some more time at Willoughby than this episode revealed. He spent a lot more time in his shitty life than it did Willoughby. Like I said, it was set up properly. It's just, there's like a little bit of an imbalance with the pacing there, you know?
Yeah, let me show you. If you go to IMDb and you don't know the ending, you will because this fourth image right here.
Bum
there.
bum bum.
Let's do this.
8.6, that figures.
Look at that.
Watch this. It used to be the main picture. Oh, this is my. That's funny. Okay.
Whoops.
Self promotion there.
Oh,
Jennifer Love Hewitt looks busted up in that photo right there. She's just like a Vera Farmiga.
okay. Here's the real one. Look at this. It's like, oh, it used to be his third eye right here. He used to be.
Yeah. I'm from Venus.
Yeah, we bitched about it. Maybe they took it down. This. See, that was the main one at first.
Do you like that episode, guys? That one there, the real Martian stand.
Love it.
Yeah, it's good. It's fun. It's a fun one.
Yeah.
Where are you
That's
from?
that's one of the ones where they're doing humor and it doesn't
Yeah.
bother me. Like the humor's pretty decent in that.
I'd say 85% of the humorous episodes I fucking hate.
Oh God, especially when they start bringing out the slide whistle. Oh
yeah. Any time, yeah, they have that goo.
I'm sorry, the slide whistle does not indicate humor goes here. It doesn't work like that, especially not
I get
now.
terrified when I hear a slide whistle or a harmonica on the Twilight Zone. I'm like, no. Why?
What was that shit? O. Henry Theater with the fucking harmonica.
Oh God.
No. You know what my instrument of fucking pain is the steel guitar. Steel guitar.
Oh, okay.
Steel guitar in anything is awful. Just
bagpipes. So how do you watch Lethal
awful.
Weapon? How do you watch Lethal Weapon at all?
Steel guitar and Lethal Weapon?
No, that's blues guitar. That's not steel guitar is that shit you hear in the country western songs and the Hawaiian music. That the twang.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a steel guitar. Yeah.
I looked it up.
Rhythm guitar is what's in Lethal Weapon. It's fucking Eric Clapton.
Eric Clapton, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I could listen to blues music all fucking day and never get sick of it. I love that shit. But yeah, when you start breaking out the steel guitar, it just makes the hair on the back of my neck stand up. Fucking horrible.
You're a Lethal Weapon.
You should register yourself to Lethal Weapon.
You're not trying to get a suicide comp. You really are crazy.
But so seriously though, why did this go up against the obsolete man?
That's mostly what I want to discuss today. Is
because there's nothing else to talk about. We've already covered everything else this episode has to offer.
At the end, he kills himself, but I did make a filthy Twilight Zone for today. We'll get to that. I had to get creative because it turns out this wasn't a good one to censor out language, so I had to get a little more creative with it.
Ooh.
So I'm going to preface it with something, but we'll do that in a minute.
Setup.
But I really don't know why this could possibly face the obsolete man. I have zero answers for you. Because I can name 50, 60, 70 episodes that are better than this. And I still like this episode, but
Twitter polls will prime you for disappointment. There's a recent one where we wanted to watch I Come in Peace and we wound up getting Invaders from Mars. So it happens. It happens.
But this was a bracket that went down and they fought.
That's the part that I'm struggling with. All the fucking Twilight Zones. Really?
Yeah, look up and they fought on the way there.
Oof.
Walking distance is better than Willoughby.
Definitely.
But that lost, so there goes that.
Yeah, there's no reason for this to be in the final two.
Yeah.
I'm only doing this now, so there's four of us and we can talk about it, even though Frank bailed on us. But
at least it ain't
kicked. Did Frank leave? I thought you kicked him out. You say, gosh, you're kind of mean, Phoenix.
No.
Does he know that? I don't know if his mic must be all screwed up then. Maybe that's what
starting his computer. That's my guess.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, oh my God, you kicked him off. You're not bringing him back.
I kept waiting for him to be thrown back in the stream, and I'm like, okay.
Maybe because I brought up NASCAR, he's just going to start crying and not come back.
Jesus, Dick.
Fuck that guy, NASCAR. Fuck you.
NASCAR. Doesn't he know I do IndyCar and not NASCAR?
God damn it. That's his jokes.
That's like telling hockey fans, it's like, well, it's soccer, it's pro football. It's the same shit.
Yeah.
It's the same shit.
What, bro? Soccer, and rugby.
Water polo.
There you go.
It's the same shit. Basketball, it's the same shit as hockey.
Okay, Stop at Willoughby first beat Lateness of the Hour, which I do believe this is better. And then it beat Printer's Devil, which I don't think it's better than. After that, I lose track of it. So let's.
Oh, Printer's Devil is the one with Burgess Meredith, right?
Yeah.
And he's the devil.
Yeah, much better than this.
Burgess Meredith is always good.
How many episodes is Burgess Meredith in for the
I don't know. The guy's a national treasure. Even the shitty episodes, he's at least good in them.
Oh, I don't know. This is too tough. I don't remember how this goes. I have so many files saved, and the Twitter ones get confusing because I don't have them as organized as everything else. So
the hell you say?
I was gonna say you're the most organized individual I personally know. So
yes, okay. So here we go. Stop at Willoughby then beat Person or Persons Unknown, which I like way more than this. It then beat The Odyssey of Flight 33, which I still think is better than this.
Yeah.
Ooh, the Oscar Flight 33 is a good one.
It's good.
And then somehow be in the next round, which is just the final 8 episodes. Figure this out. Stopover in a Quiet Town was part of that. That episode.
Wow.
Okay, this one here, Willoughby, is better than that. Stop
Yeah.
over in a Quiet Town is bullshit.
And then it beat The Monsters Are Doing Maple Street, and that is where I get
Oh
angry.
yeah, that's not right. That's just trolling right there.
That's going to be our next Redux episode, by the way. It looks like according
Good.
to Twitter poll.
Cool.
Right now, it's winning by leaps and bounds. So hopefully that sticks. Because that episode's great. It's one of my favorite episodes. Talked about my top 10. But yeah, I don't understand people's love for this. It's Dick. You were mentioning that it's the depressing ending, the bittersweet ending, because he gets what he wants, but it's also he dies. So
Yeah, I think that.
I don't.
Like I think the reason people like this episode is because it's a typical. It's what you think Twilight would be. It's a dark, twisted ending to an otherwise pretty straightforward story.
So far,
And you think you're going to go one way, and it just goes a completely different way.
We're discussing, Frank. Now that you're back on,
Yep.
we're discussing why the fuck is this facing up against Obsolete Man in the Twitter poll.
I didn't understand it then, and I still don't understand it now.
Yeah, now I'm angry though. Now I'm like,
Obsolete.
it's not a terrible episode. It's good. It's fine, but it's just an average run of the mill episode for me.
Well, you think that's why people just like a Big Mac? It's just like the masses like a grilled chicken sandwich.
Yeah, but
as
if I
opposed
put
to-
out a poll that said name me the best burger of all time, and the Big Mac came in second, I'd be pissed too. So
The
well, I think
Whopper,
that's
yeah.
what happened. Yeah, I
Big
think
Mac
that's
was
what
number
happened.
one.
what?
Like,
The Big Mac's number one.
Fucking Whataburger.
now I know, Frick.
That was definitely a kick.
No, the Smash Burger is the shit.
Which
Smash
one's
Burger's the
Smash
best.
Burger?
Not the best, but it's good.
Where's
Burger.
Smash Burger? I don't have that one.
With
Yeah,
with
about it.
with smash fries, hell yeah!
Is that an East Coast thing?
No, I got in Phoenix.
Oh, yeah, that must be the extension because I don't think I have one here.
It's a
Never heard of
franchise.
it.
Yeah, it must
Smash
be a.
Burger's good. They got sweet
Yeah.
potato fries, which is why I like to go there.
Sweet potato fries are good.
But,
I've had those.
No, they have this like.
Yeah,
They
you
have
go down
me or out.
for fucking fries.
they have the sauce called Smash sauce. It's awesome. It's amazing.
Well, have you had In-N-Out Burger?
Yeah. Smash
It's
Burger.
fine. I mean, In-N-Out's fine. Like, people go nuts for In-N-Out. It's fine.
Especially now that if I could be topical. Right now we got the quarantine and Corona going on. The In-N-Out line is fucking ridiculous. If you want to go there, you get an hour and a half.
Oh,
Is
no,
it as bad as the
mine-
line? Is it as bad as the line at Bath and Body Works?
No,
Shit was so funny.
every
Oh,
day
God.
at lunch at In-N-Out at my place, it's 50 cars deep every time at lunch.
That's stupid.
Like, swear to God, 50 cars deep.
That's what Chick-fil-A
Where?
is here in Florida.
Oh, yeah, here too.
Well, Chick-fil-A
Chick-fil-A.
is usually pretty
Fucking
big too.
Chick-fil-A,
Yeah.
I swear to God, they're putting heroin in that shit because they just line up
Absolutely.
for miles every
Yeah.
fucking day.
Yeah,
I'm like, it's
they-
just
they-
chicken, bruh.
Yeah, they
Just
literally
chicken.
have like tents set up with chicks out there, and
It's- yeah.
it's
They
insane.
got like
Chick-fil-A?
fucking like fucking curb traffic directors out there and shit. It's
I
fucking stupid.
just got a Chick-fil-A within 30 miles of me.
Just a
Last-
fucking chicken sandwich. I don't get
Yeah,
it.
it's
disagree.
all right.
This is one thing where I will say, because I never went there until about 3-4 years ago, and I was like, holy shit! Like,
It's good, but
Yeah,
I don't.
it's good.
But the
Yeah.
line, I don't want to stand around there for fucking miles, man. And eat the,
No,
what are they? The
The
soup
breakfast
Nazi?
is
You know
the
what I mean?
shit, though. Hell yeah!
You got good breakfast at Chick-fil-A?
Oh fuck yeah!
Really?
I don't care if it's
Okay.
like the blowjob factory, and I'm not waiting in line for 30 minutes.
If
don't
we're
care.
standing in line like that,
There
you
is
should
no
get
line in the
a free
morning.
blowjob with your order.
Well, what do they have for? What's their breakfast menu, Frank? I don't understand. Is it chicken and
Chicken.
eggs?
Blowjobs
on
and
a
sausage.
biscuit. Chicken
don't
on chicken on a biscuit, chicken
Okay.
in these like Hawaiian rolls, sweet
Chicken
rolls.
bacon.
Yeah,
Chicken
it's a chicken nugget in there, and
Okay.
they have tater tots, but the thin ones, the wheels, and the sauces. Then you can, orange
Because for
juice.
me, you shouldn't mix chicken and eggs. Just don't go together for me. It's
They
just
don't-
gross.
Even
Yeah,
though eggs come
they
from
don't.
chicken.
Well, that's the thing.
How the fuck are we here? We don't eat a mother and their child together.
Exactly, and that's
Yeah.
what it is. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
You can't have
cruel.
the baby and the adult in one sandwich.
Oh,
Would you like the steak and veal burger? No.
But then
Would you like this family on a biscuit?
don't get me excited now.
But then again, I'll eat a pork chop sandwich with fucking bacon on it. So what the fuck am I
Other
talking
babies
about?
watch from the other
How
room.
can you make
Like
you
this?
pork chop in
guy.
between bread?
Oh, you can do it. You can do it.
That's some gnawing right there. That's
Well, you got like a pork loin, not like a pork chop. You know, not your oaky
My bad.
chop.
my bad using the English language and all with you. You know,
Guess I'm porking you.
not that me saying cheesesteaks any worse.
Willoughby.
Oh yeah, Willoughby.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, I just jumped off a train.
Fuck it. Let's just go to Filthy Twilight Zone.
Yes.
Let me see where it's gonna play first before we go there. Okay, here it is. I do want to preface this because I was telling them, Frank, before when you were gone. Turns out not a lot of options for censoring the language, so I had to get creative. It is a little bit long, and I made it where. So this is the mindset you got to put yourself in. They're all pedophiles, and this guy doesn't want to be a pedophile anymore.
Good for him.
Does that help?
Sure.
Makes the episode better now.
All right, let me share my screen, and then we'll go from there.
The Tom Hanks story.
Fucking Twitter.
Censoring out the language is not easy on this one. It's 2 minutes 18 seconds. It's a bit long, but stay with me.
Williams, we're still waiting for your pet.
I'm trying to get him right now, sir.
He was too young. I told you that, Williams. I kept telling you that. He's much too young. So what's left, Williams? Not only has your pet backfired, but it's sprouted and left the premises. I'll tell you what's left to us, in my view, a deep and abiding concern about your judgment in men. This is a business, Williams. A business. And drive. But personally, you don't delegate responsibilities to little boys. You should know it better than anyone else.
And what are your plans for this evening? Get plastered and then sing college songs?
They were all very solicitous, all the boys.
Why don't you bend over and I'll show you?
Free compassion that is actually relief. I'm the victim, not them. They've mistaken an intake of for an outpouring of.
Would you spare me your little homilies now, please?
38 years old.
Simple and direct and honest answer. Did you wreck a this afternoon? Did you throw away a
Bit polishing a hand job?
Oh, I'm tired, Janie. I'm tired. And I'm sick.
I'm sick, and I'm tired of a husband who lives in a kind of permanent self-pity. A husband with a bleeding sensitivity that he unfurls like a flag whenever he decides the competition is a little too rough for him. And you would prefer?
I would prefer, though never asked before, a job, any job at all where I could be myself. Where I wouldn't have to climb on a stage and go through a masquerade every morning at 9 o'clock.
You know what the trouble with you is, Gert? You were just born too late. So it's my mistake, pal. My error. My miserable, tragic error to get married to a man whose big dream in life is to Huckleberry Finn.
Business, Williams. It's all the way, all the time.
His reaction.
All the way, all the time, right on down the line. But why don't you your mouth?
That's almost a Shatner-esque exit right there. There's very Shatner-esque.
I had to do something with it because there's other than the push, there's not much to go on there. Like I tried to censor it out, I'm just like this isn't working.
I think you did very well with the fuck Huckleberry Finn.
Yeah, that was key.
That was a gift. That was
The push was my favorite. Yeah. Just like watching his facial reactions.
My favorite line of my storyline was I'm the victim, not them. I was like, oh, that's fucking perfect.
I like that, and then I like the bleep, unfurl it like a flag.
I had to I got desperate in this one. I'll admit
that one was brilliant, though. I'll give you that one, dude. That one was fucking. That one was deep.
I'm a favorite. It's just like this episode. It's okay.
All right, fine. It sucks. We hate it. Move on.
I'm gonna kill myself after watching that.
I'm gonna go jump off at Willoughby.
Willoughby.
So the moral of the story is if you hate your life, jump off a train and you'll be happy. Thanks, Rod Sirloin.
Well, no, you have to have at least 3 instances where you're on the train and you're at a fantasy world called Willoughby. Then you can jump off the train. But if you just have one, it doesn't count.
And you got to have a wife that's like really hot, but she drinks her breakfast out of a margarita pitcher every morning.
And she looks like she's about 30. She's about 44 years old. She's probably 32.
Well, he's a 38-year-old.
38-year-old.
He's fucking 60.
I'm 38 and I'm going crazy.
I want to see how old he was in 1960.
I hope he was really 38.
The Twilight Zone cast directors did not
42
give
years
a
old.
fuck.
Not far off.
How
Not
much?
far off.
42. He's not that far off.
No, he's not.
That's 1950.
No,
What?
the
Is that
Twilight
19
Zone casting directors did not give a shit about the age of the character and the story of what they were casting.
The casting director, Frank, was just one of those guys that drove around Hollywood Boulevard and just stuck their head out the window and said, "Want a job?
Yeah.
Get in the car.
Do you want to suck my dick?
So here's
Get in the
James
car.
Daly.
I'll make you a star."
Let's look at James Daly here. 1918. So he's 42 at this time here. What's he? What's this?
Oh, is he an ape?
What's this movie?
Oh my God, John Frankenheimer. He made it, ladies and gentlemen. We did it. We got here. We got here.
There. You know what? None of that was planned. It just looked at it and like, hey, I recognize that movie.
Life finds a way. Frankenheimer finds a way.
Desperation.
Frankenheimer is inevitable.
It all boils down to Frankenheimer or Frankendick as we were waiting for our show to start.
Frankendick.
Frankenweenie.
Frank, I'm glad you restarted your computer because it sounds excellent now. I don't hear myself.
I didn't do a thing but just
jerk off for 20 minutes? You were gone for a while.
Well, no, I went through Safari.
You took a 14-pound shit.
Weird.
Yeah, instead of going way
try
through
it
Chrome, I went through Safari, then through Chrome. I still have to go through Chrome, but
You had a journey in the heart of darkness in the Safari.
Just sitting in the shadows. Just
go
The horror.
figure.
on your head.
The horror.
Just go figure. Apple, made it.
I feel like a snail on the edge of a razor blade.
Well, Missy,
You're an errand boy
in the other room.
sent to collect the bill.
She's slaughtering bulls.
And that was all ad-lib because he didn't want to remember his lines.
Oh, that fucking guy.
Because he's a fucking lazy piece of
He
shit.
is something else, man.
It's
Wait,
funny.
he's in another movie with a certain director where he had an earpiece in to get fed his lines.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait till we do a watch for that one.
Hey, that one, B-Movie Battle 2 or 3, whatever the fuck we did. So,
You guys need to get really snookered to get through that one.
Did you ever finally watch Heart of Darkness?
I have not.
I
Oh,
did.
we
I finally
gotta
watched
watch
it.
it. Oh, it's great. It's a
I
great
finally watched it.
documentary.
It was very entertaining.
It's awesome.
I'm glad that I finally sat down and watched it.
Yeah,
Maybe I will. Yeah.
it's awesome. You gotta watch it.
I have
It's
written
awesome.
down here, watch Near Dark. That's one of my notes.
Yeah,
Yes.
near dark and Hard Darkness. And you should
Also,
do a
that
weekend.
that
I'll do
4K, the 4K collector's edition for Apocalypse Now with all the extra stuff. There's probably about 3 movies worth of shit on that disc. All of it's fucking worth it.
How's it look on 4K?
Oh, it's
You know what I
gorgeous.
heard?
There's
that
a lot of
really-
color in that movie.
You know what I heard that I didn't know that I don't even know if it's true or not. But did Brando and what's his name? Were they fucking?
Dennis Hopper?
No, the
Martin Sheen.
Martin
no
Sheen.
no he was in Blade.
He's only in scenes with Martin Sheen.
Are you talking about Last Tango in Paris?
Never mind. I just can't remember his name.
Are you talking about Island of Dr. Moreau? Val Kilmer?
With
No,
John Frankenheimer?
No, Black.
Oh, Val
Moon
Kilmer tried to
back
fuck
in the
him every
70s.
chance he got. You
No,
see
he
it when you
did.
watch the movie. Yeah.
I love the
Are
fact
you-
that
Richard
he goes,
Pryor.
yeah.
That's it. Richard Pryor.
How the fuck is that related to Apocalypse Now?
No, Richard Pryor and Marlon Brando were fucking.
Oh, that story. I heard that story.
Okay, so I'm not crazy. All right.
You're not crazy.
Richard
No, I think-
Pryor also admitted to putting coke on his dick and fucking.
I think that's what he did. I think that's where it stems
I
from.
mean, if you had the opportunity to try it and you were Richard Pryor, wouldn't you?
That's
you
what I
just
said.
think
I was
about
like,
it?
if
Yeah.
I was Richard and I was faced with having
I
to
want
have sex
you
with Marlon Brando, I
to
would.
put your finger in my butthole and say the planet Krypton is about to explode.
It would make your dick go numb and you don't feel anything. What's the point of that? It's a waste of coke and dick. I don't get the point of it.
Somebody told me that they took a Viagra and you crush it up and you put it on the clitoris, and it makes it 5 times bigger.
The stupidest shit I ever heard.
I swear to God, that's what I heard. And they say the chick goes crazy.
I've tried that. That's bullshit. It's bullshit. I heard that. I tried it. It's bullshit. Total bullshit.
You actually tried it. God
LA shit. I think maybe you have to mix it with
Misty is
cocaine.
a good egg. Trust me.
Once.
God damn it. Oh, wow.
Anyway, Willoughby.
Willoughby gets your
Tom Elliott,
clit bigger.
you get our show after that conversation. Oh, shit.
This is X-rated stuff, man. This is dangerous
I asked
territory.
Tom Elliott to come on once, and he goes, "I don't think I can keep up with you guys." And that was
Who said that?
Tom Elliott, the guy who runs like the most well-known Twilight Zone podcast.
Oh,
yeah,
Called
probably
the
most properly done one.
The one that's probably really honorable and nice and very
honorable.
done.
That's code for fuck no.
Respectful.
Exactly.
For fuck no. Why don't you go fuck yourself? Stop
So
fucking for asking.
I'm not an American piece of shit who doesn't like the Willoughby episode.
I'm not a garish degenerate, you bloody wanker.
He is good people, though. He's definitely good people. Tom Elliott.
Yeah, he's not like a Guy Ritchie character, guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no.
Oh, what's your old Jamie? I was saying I'm on Twilight Zone.
No, we did an episode and used his intro for one, and he was more than happy to say yes to us to do it. So he is a stand-up, good dude.
The good old YouTube community.
Not YouTube. No.
Whatever.
I honestly have no idea what he looks like. I picture him looking like Jason Statham a little bit.
Oh.
No, I think I picture him looking older, but definitely got a derby on. Always got a derby. Yeah, he has to have some sort of like a hat,
He looks like Delholm Elliott.
What are you looking for him?
I am.
Oh no.
Let's find out what he looks like because
I mean, he has a long career in writing for horror and shit through like horror magazine and whatnot. Like that's how he goes. Like got
What's his name?
Tom Elliott.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, he's written a lot of reviews for a lot of horror movies and stuff.
So I take it he likes horror movies.
Indeed.
Like you like Indy car racing.
I can find pictures of like the group.
I guess so.
At Birmingham last year or 2 years ago at this point, but I can't find specifically him.
Well, it's like an SAT question.
I mean,
I think it's this guy. I think it's this guy right here, on the right, because he's in a lot of pictures of these and because I just look up Tom Elliott.
That looks like a Tom Elliott.
That is a Tom Elliott looking kind of chap.
I think this is him.
All right.
I think any one of those dudes could be a Tom Elliott.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, he runs a really good show, and he's respectful, and he does a lot more research than we do, obviously.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he actually reads Martin Graham Jr.'s book. I mean,
he actually reads.
He read well, and he do show for.
He read good.
Twilight Zone, and he talking to Mike, and you'll hear it. And
he got that accent make you sound real smart and stuff.
Golly, you mean they actually watch the episodes that they're reviewing?
I like that Rod Sirloin. I feel like I want to get a steak after I watch his show.
Wonder why that is.
It's the sound. That is why.
No, I just he's not ready to come on our show. I get it, but it'd be nice. But
no, I hope he watches it though, and he has a good laugh. That's all I care about.
He said he listened before and likes it.
And he said, "Good Lord, no."
And
yeah,
that's kind of the answer I got.
Yeah, because I mean, if you listen to the shows that he has where he has a guest, you can tell that it's very back and forth kind of question answer sort of.
There's probably a script to it. It's scripted.
No, I wouldn't say
orderly.
Scripted, more or less refined. I would say it's not just straight up improv. Here, this is what you're going to get. Who knows?
No, that's what I do.
Yeah, that's how this goes. Yeah.
I'm trying to find my one poster I had for this show where it mentioned Tom Elliott on the poster itself.
Well, I think you should call this episode a Stop at Tom Elliott's House.
Oh, here it is. Okay, I found it.
Just so that he'll listen. Or maybe he's watching it right now live.
This is the poster I had for a while. which is because we're like number 3 for Twilight Zone podcast, and this is what I made.
3 out of what?
Out of the Twilight Zone podcast.
Yeah.
The LIW The Twilight Zone review is a parental advisory. It's probably not for you. Go check out Tom Elliott at the Twilight Zone podcast or John and Fred at Twilight Pwn, as they're easier to digest. Tell them we sent you. Enjoy your day.
That's good. That's good.
This was on iTunes for like a year.
Yep.
Because I got sick of getting reviews.
No, I sent that to Tom. Yeah, I sent that to Tom Elliott in the email. Yeah. Yeah, good laugh.
Reviews that were saying shit like that. And I'm like, it's explicit. It's marked as explicit.
The whole point of listening to podcasts is the fact that you're listening to a radio show that's not freaking censored.
Fucking censored?
Yeah, fucking censored shit.
But the reason I made that because you're getting 60 to 70-year-olds who watch the Twilight Zone on first run, who want to relive the glory days, and they listen to that and they go, "Oh my!"
They're not going to know how to listen to a fucking podcast,
dude. Their kids teach them, and they review on iTunes and shit,
and then they get immediately. It's just like Mickey Rooney during that infamous Twilight Zone commentary, where he goes, "Nobody cares. It's talking about sexy things."
To quote George Carlin, kids belong outside in the yard with a fucking stick, all right? They have no business listening to podcasts. That is for old guys to do, okay? Get over yourself.
Old guys. You just proved my point. The old guys are the ones leaving the shitty comments.
Oh, yeah.
That's probably what it is, yeah.
I don't care what they say. I care that they're affecting the rating of the show, because that affects if someone is just like, "Oh, I want to listen to that." Oh, 3 stars? Maybe not.
That's the internet's full of cunts. What can I tell you?
Yeah.
I don't care. I have never...
Fine.
I'm sorry.
No, I finished my point.
All I was saying is, like, I've never looked at a review in my life to see if I would listen to something or not.
Yeah, me too.
Depends. I do watch look at the review sometimes in some podcasts. I'm like, eh.
So I mean, sometimes I listen to them or I'll read them, and like most of the time I'm just like, I wish I had the time on my hands to get triggered over that. Like, yeah,
I downloaded a bunch of Twilight Zone podcasts on my phone, and it's just a weekly cleanup where I go delete. Yeah. I thought I was going to have time to listen to them, and I simply do not.
They're not interesting anyway.
The only thing I can think of is maybe they wanted to have it on at work, and they were too stupid to look at the explicit sticker, so they were mad because their boss walked in, and they're like, "Fuck, shit, cunt," and they walked in, they heard us saying that. And
But every single time I post a podcast, I already have the feed marked as explicit, but I specifically choose the podcast itself, the episode, and go explicit. I mark that every single time, so nobody comes across that and goes, "Whoa, that caught me off guard." I'm like, no, it's on you.
Here's a message to all of those people that are leaving those comments, okay? There's this wonderful invention that I want to tell you about. They're called headphones. They even make them wireless. You can stick them in your ear, and it looks like somebody jizzed in your fucking ear, and you can walk around that. Nobody can fucking hear shit except for you. Just you. And you, and you, and you. So when we say fuck, shit, cunt, piss, cocksucker, motherfucker, you don't have to worry about your boss walking in on you.
And tits.
Tits.
Big tits.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, Willoughby. Willoughby sucked.
It didn't suck.
It's not terrible. If I was going to score it, since I didn't do the first season with you guys, I'd say about 6 out of 10. I don't hate it. It's not average. It's because I do like the performance. Like, the main guy is really good. Especially like that little scene where he's telling his wife about Willoughby. I thought that was touching. I just wish they would have kind of went a little somewhere more with that. I would have liked a little bit more of Willoughby itself. But other than that, it just it's a nice start of something that really didn't go anywhere special for me.
Yeah,
I didn't connect with it.
This episode would have benefited from being in the 4th season and having an hour.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right. If you had it at an hour and you would have set things up a little bit more, that probably would have been a little bit more traumatic towards the end.
Okay.
But that's fair. Yeah,
it's not a bad score. 6 is I would say
above average.
That's where I start liking things.
Mm-hmm. But, it's above average because I was on board with most of it. I wasn't completely bored with it. I wasn't irritated or anything. I was just like, when we got the reveal, I was just like, well, okay,
Yeah, like
whatever.
I expected more out of it, and then it just ended. I was like, okay, well, that was a whole lot of nothing.
I have never seen that one before.
Okay.
I don't. If that one was ever on, I don't remember it. So for me, when I watched it yesterday, yeah, it was the first time.
So since we're doing a Redux, that's a good part of our analysis here is,
Cool.
your score, why you gave it that score, and your relationship with the episode. So Frank.
Oh, I'm giving it like a 4, a 5, a 5, about a 5 out of 10.
And the other things I said.
I agree with everything you said.
All right, Frank's not listening. Dick. Frank, I just gave the 3 things you should talk about. Everyone heard it but you. You were like doing this, like wrapping some shit around your mic.
Oh,
I said,
yeah, no, like I was going through wire management.
Okay, you don't need an explanation. Your score, why you gave it the score, and your relationship with the episode. Like,
okay. My score is 5 out of 10. Why I gave it a 5?
You already changed your score.
I went 4, but then I went no 5.
Okay. Why?
Because, like I said, I gave it a 5 because it could have been better if there was more to flush out. But in the end, I felt like it was just like at the end of it, I was like, I mean, what was this? I don't know what this was. At the end, it's a guy having a problem with work, and then his hoe, and then he jumps off the train.
Yeah,
and that's it.
Yeah, and you've seen this one since.
Oh yeah, like the first time I've seen this, I couldn't even tell you when it was. It was 30 years ago.
Yeah, you're used to it. This isn't a first watch or anything, or third watch or anything.
No, it's like a 40th probably.
Dick.
Yeah, I would give it a 7. I enjoy it because I've seen it before. I probably saw it on the Twilight Zone Marathon Sci-Fi. I used to tape those all the time on the DVR back in the days, and just when they were on, I watch them. And this one, I was just like, yeah, it feels like a Twilight Zone episode. It's the traditional kind of feeling of one. I think Walking Distance is 1,000 times better and happier and much more poignant. This one is kind of like the schlocky stepbrother. This is the one where you get the dark ending as opposed to the nice ending, and I like that. I thought that was fine, but maybe if it had more time to flesh out stuff, it'd be more interesting. But it's to the point, and I like that, so I can't hate it for that. And I think you're right. If it was in the 4th season, it'd probably be the best place for it.
So you gave it a 7. I also gave it a 7. I gave it a 7 as well. It's because I'm not going because I liked it. I liked it more than it just a run of the mill. Like I said, it was run of the mill earlier. Let me finish a sentence if I could. I said it was run of the mill, but I also think it's a little bit better because it tries to have the ending, but it to me it fails. It fails at the ending.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been better as far as if it was a season 4 episode. That's where I get a little bit of like fighting in my own head because certain episodes I think would be better for an hour. This one, I think it would be better if they wrote 2 more drafts and kept it 30 minutes.
I was thinking that too. It's like a toy that you just got for Christmas and you're enjoying this toy, and then all of a sudden the ending comes and it breaks, and then you can't repair it. That's what it feels like to me.
Yeah.
Let's just say this. I forgot what was the movie we watched that was like this. The Frank.
Patterns.
Yeah.
Not Frankenhammer.
Not Frankenhammer. If Patterns ended with the guy jumping off a train, Patterns would be a great movie. It would be a masterpiece. But that's just me.
I liked Patterns though.
Oh, I love Patterns.
This is a good Adam
kidding.
early on. This is a good comparison to Patterns. This is the similar world. Rod Serling hated the idea. He clearly hated being in board meetings.
He definitely hates the man. Yeah.
And that shit. And I don't blame him. Everyone fucking hates that except the man because they want the power. So I get why he wrote this. I get why he keeps doing this. And it's also tied into another Twilight Zone a trope, which is the walking distance thing, where it's a guy going back to a simpler time, blah, blah, blah. 2 episodes that it reminds me of that did it better than this. One of them is season 4. So you might be proving your point, Adam. First one is Walking Distance, obviously. Way better than this. Of late, I think of Cliffordville from season 4. Guy goes back, sells his soul to the devil, and he wants to make money and about land development and shit like that. I like that episode better than this.
She was so hot. Oh my god.
Julie Newmar's in it. She's our number 1 for Twilight. I think she's still kicking. And also Batgirl.
Tu Wong Fu.
Yeah, thanks for everything. Thanks for all the jerking.
Kazoon tight.
Yeah,
you're a pusher, not a dealer.
I like those 2 episodes better. So it's interesting that we got a 6. Adam, what do you give it? 6?
6, yeah.
Okay,
6 for me.
2 7s. Not too bad. So as much as we complain about like why is this episode here, it's a good score, it's a good episode, but why the fuck is it the final 2? I don't understand how we got.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Personally, I think a lot of people that voted on Willoughby thought it was, like walking distance. To be honest.
Well, again, it's like what I said. I think it's just the simpletons vote where it's like it got a trick ending, so that's what Twilight Zone is. It's got a trick dark ending, so that's why I talk like Clay Aiken.
And it was very scary at the end.
It's got something I don't understand about people is nostalgia. People that are like, I want to go back to my childhood. Like the last thing I want to do in the world is go back to my childhood.
Oh
I like getting older because I get further away from that shit. So
and I could buy things from my childhood.
Yeah,
there's a reason.
Yeah.
There's a reason it took me so long to have a kid. It was because I was just terrified. Like I actually wanted to sort of have a child.
I'm glad
you had a lot of pull-out sessions. Is that what happened?
Yeah.
No. She was on the pill, son.
Oh well, there you go.
And then, besides, when we tried, it wasn't going to work anyway. So.
If I lived the life the guy lives in Slaughterhouse 5, where he jumps back and forth in time and he wants to go back to childhood every once in a while, I'd be fucking done. But the problem is, if you kill yourself in that world, you're just back to something else. So
that sounds awful.
Yeah, it's misery.
Would you rather spend it in the space zoo from Slaughterhouse 5?
Yes, or the Orville, or
I'd rather be the middle
all over from Twilight Zone.
Or I'd rather be the middle of the
Julie Newmar sandwich.
Sex sandwich with 2 men.
Definitely.
2.5 men.
Fucking ridiculous.
Except one of them you do not want inside you. Turns out he's got poison in his blood, and his cheetah blood is poisoned by AIDS.
Cheetah blood.
Tiger blood.
He never did a redux of that where he said, I have AIDS cheetah blood in my veins. He never came back around.
I just love how his teeth are probably all gone. Well, he has no teeth. He has false teeth.
Well, he's like that guy in this episode.
Yeah.
You rub enough black tar heroin and cocaine and prostitute vagina sweat on your
it's gonna melt them right off.
Yeah.
Talk about tooth decay.
Tom Elliott, come on our show.
I know. I wonder why he doesn't come on.
Charlie Sheen or the other guy?
How would he respond to that, Phoenix?
I bet I have.
How would he follow that up?
Dick, I bet I have better odds of getting Charlie Sheen to come on this podcast than I do Tom Elliott.
Probably correct. Yes. Well, hello, Phoenix. I'd love to do the show, but you're so crass.
I got cheetah blood in me.
You ever fuck a midget and then do cocaine off of her tit?
Anyway, you throw that movie on top of Denise Richards. That's basically my Tuesday.
I'm a winner. Chicken dinner.
Did you know that if you rub your penis on Denise Richards' eyebrows, in dark, it'll make sparks?
I didn't know that. That's the Charlie.
Delicious.
She was a nuclear physicist in that James Bond movie.
Yeah, I totally bought that.
The best thing about Charlie Sheen was his roast with Patrice O'Neill in it.
That was a good one.
I made a disgusting joke. You'll hear it if you listen to the podcast because nobody heard me live.
Nope, we didn't.
That's what.
Damn it. I mean, that's why I do love listening back to him because I catch things that you say.
It was gross. It was, yeah. It involved making Krispy Kreme.
Oh.
I said I made Krispy Kreme all over Christmas Jones.
Oh, good job.
Christmas comes only twice a year.
No, I was wrong. Christmas does come more than once a year. That's what it was, I think.
God.
Something bad. It was like the worst line ever.
Now let's drive on ice.
She should have stopped. She should have stopped making movies after Tammy and the T-Rex. That's all I'm gonna say.
Then she would have made Starship Troopers.
That would be fine. She didn't need to be in Starship Troopers. She didn't need to be in that.
Amy Smart was in Starship Troopers.
She was also in The Office.
I love Starship Troopers.
I love Starship Troopers too, but Dina Meyer is probably one of the worst parts of it.
She's
Who?
No, not Dina Meyer.
Or not Dina Meyer,
You mean Denise Richards.
Denise Richards. Yeah,
Yeah,
Dina
they-
Meyer's
Don't-
great.
don't besmirch
I
Dina
was
Meyer.
like, Dina Meyer's my favorite part of that movie. What are you
Yeah.
talking
Denise
about?
Richards is terrible in the movie. She's also a terrible character. Worst part of it.
Dina Meyer's the best part of Johnny Mnemonic.
Remember that scene that she did with Nev Campbell and Kevin Dillon, and she did not want to
Yep.
get topless for that? Nev Campbell.
Yep.
She's
Yep.
like,
I have that movie somewhere.
Yeah, but Nev Campbell doesn't have any boobies.
Yeah, a little bit.
Hey,
Yeah, enough.
13-year-old me would have
Yeah.
loved to have seen him though, because
That's what I was
love
gonna say.
him,
Yeah,
I had a
it's-
huge crush on her.
Even a 13-year-old
we
me didn't have
were
a crush
young
on
when
Nev
that shit
Campbell.
came out. Yeah.
Yeah, Nev Campbell didn't do it for me. I'm particular.
Who did Lily Tomlin do the sex scene with?
Really?
I was gonna say.
Lily Tomlin.
Why are we talking about Lily Tomlin? How the fuck did we go from Nev Campbell to Lily Tomlin? Lily Tomlin is old enough to be all of our grandmothers.
Lily Tomlin, say what you will. She's got big tits.
Frank,
so don't knock Lily
Are you
Tomlin.
purposely talking about Lily Tomlin, or are you?
I am purposely talking.
Are you only saying she has big tits when she's on that big chair because she looks like she's really small and the chair is like really
Lily
fucking
Tomlin's got it going on. Just
I would,
she's
I
a
would
lesbian.
race her Frankie. You know what I mean?
I would totally, let her take my phone call on that bit she did.
Anyway,
Oh my god,
working 5 to 9.
Oh fuck me, Jesus!
was she in that movie? Jane Fonda movie?
What?
Yeah, that's right. She was 9 to 5. Was she in that movie?
I
Yeah.
said 5 to 9 because they have that new thing coming out of 5 to 9 for Squarespace.
Oh,
Our website, LIWstudios.com.
Where all your dreams came true. What
That's right.
dreams are made of.
show me mine. Poppycock.
Let's end this. I don't want to talk about any sort of Limp Bizkit movies.
The Fanatic.
Rich Dick,
Yes.
where can people find your books?
Go to Amazon.com, type in The Monster Monroe, Richard Pierce, Pires, and you'll find my book there on Amazon Kindle and book form. And Another Night, same thing.
Buy it. Buy
Buy
that.
it.
Adam,
And Frank and I will probably do a podcast of that one day. Well, I'll just record it, and you can record it for me and put music on it.
Sweet.
It's not going to happen. What?
never going
No,
to
I'm
happen.
kidding. I'm kidding.
Even Frank shaking his head no. He knows it's not going to happen.
He told me he could do it. Now I'm starting to get second thoughts.
Dick, if you record it, I'll put music over it.
No,
Okay,
I'd
we
be
should
happy
do
to
that.
do it for you, Dick. Yes.
He's not
I
going
would
to do it.
He's too busy. He's got stuff to
You got
do.
a kid and you got all this shit going on. You're not going to do
No,
it.
I can't hinder you with that.
If you honestly want to do it, I'll help you out. But Dick or Adam, sorry.
Oh, RaidersLostFlix.com. We review TV shows, movies. We have Bad Movie Watch and Review every Friday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. That's Raiders Lost Flicks. Raiders_OTLF Twitter.
Frank?
I do a bunch of stuff. So go to reddragonsradio.com to listen to it because it's all there. Text Don Mega.
Indie Sports Car Podcast. Listen
Yeah,
to that.
that's there too. We'll have to talk
Don
about
Mega!
players, too.
This is the only show I do on Phoenix West. Where are we?
Oh, and I do this show too.
Wait, no, I do a bunch of shows. LIW Anthology Series Review. LIW Orville Review we're doing now. LIW blah, blah, blah.
You go
LIW.
to any podcatcher app and you put in LIW and holy shit, Phoenix.
You go to LIW.com and his front page just looks like the category section on Pornhub. Just like all the fucking stuff.
I don't know if I've ever gotten through a plug without Frank interrupting. I don't know if it's ever happened. Has it?
No.
I hope not, and I hope it never does.
You can
Go to
plug
LA.
Frank in a Hampton
Okay,
Inn.
Adam got it. Go to LIWstudios.com, check out the shows there, and Loitering in Wonderland on YouTube. We do this every Tuesday night. Wednesday, we do Anthology Series Review and John Carpenter Review. We might have to sneak in a John Frankenheimer review to talk about Island of Dr. Moreau. And everybody's back. All right, that was me. I'm glad I can get that out. What else we got, guys? Is that it? Right? Oh, next episode is Twilight Zone 2002 with Forrest Whitaker. I call it episode 140, called Developing with Robin Tunney.
Isn't that kind of ironic that it's about a girl and developing? If
We'll
only.
talk about that next, though.
Save that because you're going to need something to talk about.
If
I
you're
have
on
recordings of that.
If you're on the podcast feed, that'll be the next episode 229. If you're on the live stream, just hold on 5 minutes while we piss, and then we'll be right back and talk about that.
Yep.
But any parting words of wisdom you guys learned from a stop at Willoughby?
It would have been better with a window.
Yes.
Suicide is painless. It brings on many changes.
If your job sucks so much that you're thinking about jumping off of a train, fucking quit. Get a different fucking job and divorce your bitch wife.
I got a different ending there in mind. Sorry, Adam. You're right. Mine was just end it.
9 mil.
If you take a nap on a train, maybe don't take that to heart and just assume you dreamed about a silly little town. You don't have to invest your whole existence into that.
And never talk to the ticket taker in a train.
Yeah, he's out to kill you. Yeah,
this guy right here. Look at him, this evil fuck. He's the most evil, sinister villain I've seen in the Twilight Zone.
I have been on a lot of train rides to LA and back home for a long time. I do that a lot. And I can tell you for a fact, the train ticket taker never fucking talks to you or looks at you.
No.
He just walks up and down. That's it.
He especially doesn't look up shit in his spare time to tell you, Willoughby doesn't exist.
Give a fuck.
Nowadays, you can just go, Willoughby. I got no Willoughby, man. Sorry.
You know what he is? He's the ticket taker on that fucking, what's that Tom Hanks cartoon with the fucking train? Yeah, you know.
Polar Christmas Story.
Polar Express. There you go.
Hold on. Did any of us watch that movie?
I've seen it. I have seen Polar Express.
So 1 out of 4. That is incredible. Good job.
I have seen it.
Good job.
I think I saw it in theaters.
Hold on.
When it first came out.
The exact same number out of the 4 of us that have seen Robert Zemeckis' version of the Twilight or Tales from the Crypt called Yellow. 3 of 4 of us have watched that.
Yeah.
That's not good. That's not good.
Yeah. You should probably go buy yourself a beer. Congratulations.
Well, Beowulf.
Oh.
I saw Beowulf.
I saw Beowulf.
You
can't unsee that one.
Beowulf? No. So 3 out of 4. Good job, Zemeckis. Forrest Gump?
Yeah,
4 out of 4. Hey, he did it. Good job.
Marquand, that awful movie with Steve Carell. The last movie was
Welcome to Marwin.
Oh, something bit me.
No,
it's you got to watch it. It's fucking a disaster.
I've been watching so much of The Office lately. I can't. And I realized Steve Carell left to make movies, and I'm like, please don't go. You don't make it.
No, it's bad. It is like embarrassingly bad for everybody
like a good
involved.
Premise too. That's a shitty thing. It sounds
the documentary. Yes, the movie. No,
it's a documentary.
It's a true story.
Yeah, it's based on a true story.
But why do we need a documentary? Is the documentary first?
The documentary was first.
That makes more sense.
And the movie basically waters down the true story and makes it more kitschy and makes it more goofy and way less sad.
There's nothing less sad about a guy who makes toys in his yard to fulfill his life because his life has turned out that wrong. There's no version of that you can make it less sad.
I gotta go, guys.
I gotta pee. Yeah.
All right. Until next time, in the meantime, I'm Phoenix West.
I'm Franklin.
Adam Wilcox.
Dick Dickett.
Shotgun noise from Dick's End. All right. So long, citizens.
Willoughby! Next stop, Willoughby!
Next stop, developing.
Developing, oh God. Yeah.
Next stop, Robin Tooney.
And Forrest Whitaker wasn't even in this episode.
No, he shows up for half a second. No, he isn't on screen, but I see.
Yeah, he's just his voiceover. That's it.
We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it.
Well, unfortunately, we'll talk about it.
Unfortunately, yes. How many more episodes of 2002 we got?
40 something. 41. 44 total. We'll talk about that live.
Yeah, we'll talk about that
show.
live.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
God damn it, this fucking thing. This tripod.
You're back.
We're good.
Mute your mic. Never mind, you did.
Will it be or will it not to be? Not to be.
I hate all of you. Here's Frank. He's not on the. Adam, you're on the. You have your headphones on, but Frank.
Too much damn light.
Frank, can you take your headphones on? I want to look at your headphones real quick. Can I see those? Hold your headphones up to the camera.
Take off your top.
I can't fucking stand Frank. That guy sucks. He's a douchebag. He got beats by Dre. Great. Beats by Frank. Super. Those are great. No, those are good headphones. I like those.
Well, what were you really saying, Jerkoff?
Crazy. Fancy.
What were you really saying?
No. That's what I was saying. It's crazy. You have, because I had those Beats by Vanilla Ice for a long time. my shitty headphones. I still have like
Beats by Vanilla Ice.
That's what I call them.
Dude, these are $400.
Exactly. Those are fucking expensive.
Well, you do a lot of podcasts with people that listen to your show.
Yes.
Well, I don't have that, so I can't spend lots of money on it.
You're going somewhere else with that.
No, not at all.
I have new mics coming out, actually.
Oh, that's great.
People actually listen to your show. Anyway, what do you got over there?
Yeah, I have a Shure M57M or M57 coming.
You traded the Bluesmobile for a microphone.
Oh, I can see that.
It always does this between shows. Why does it do this? Continue talking. Sorry.
Oh, Adam's not wearing a hat today.
You got a haircut.
You might not want to join the police department. Just saying.
Hey, we're live now. The podcast is going. Welcome.
There you go. Look at that. Ooh.
Best. Okay.
There you go. That's
Woo!
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm going to haircut. He doesn't need to be on. He doesn't wear the hat. I'm wearing my beanie.
That is definitely not a Shatner toupee. That's the real fucking deal right there.
No plugs there.
No plugs.
So the last podcast is already live on the podcast feed. So go check that out. Episode 228.
Technology's amazing.
Well, let's check out our new and improved theme song for today's episode. 2002 Twilight Zone episode. So every episode of the 2002 show, you're going to hear this shit. Frank, what the fuck are you eating?
The cheese?
The podcast, Frank. Yeah,
Professionals.
Strawberry pastry.
God damn it, Frank. Okay, here's the theme song for our new 2002 show.
You're traveling to another dimension. When I die, I want to be high. Never worry, just bury me along with my currency. You're entering the Twilight Zone. Hey, yo. Okay, roll again. You're entering
LIW
The Twilight Zone.
Review.
That's not.
Hello, citizens. Welcome to LIW The Twilight Zone Review. When I die, when I be high, just never worry. Just bury me along with my currency, Phoenix West. Episode 229 for Twilight Zone 2002, developing what I call episode 140. I'm Phoenix West.
I'm Frank Links.
Yo, dog, that intro was dope. It was off the chain. I'm
Was
Adam
it?
Wilcox.
That's some serious rhyming. Dick it.
Welcome, guys. Where to begin? Today we are watching. We're discussing developing. We already watched it. That's how the show works. But I did, while I was waiting for this shit to load, the last episode, I did some math. At this point, I've done 682 hours of podcasting in my life. I found that out. That's depressing.
Says
That's how many hours you won't get back.
682, and turns out you don't get anything back. But yeah, that's a lot of time. But yeah, developing. It's the first episode of the 2002 show that I go, oh, this is what we're in store for. Okay, reality's starting to set in, guys. Our bingo hopper is starting to fuck us, and it starts with today's episode.
Oh, it's never wronged us before. I mean, why would it start now?
Has it never not fucked us? I mean,
Right?
I don't agree, because so far our 2002 version episodes have been fine.
Not all of them. Not all of them. Yeah.
They've been tolerable. This is the first one where I went, oh no.
Well, this was just a sweet episode. It was
this is an after school. Hold on, this is an after school special starring Robin Tooney. All right, made specifically for the Hallmark Channel.
Yeah, sweet.
You know,
UPN.
Robin Tooney, God bless her, love her, gorgeous girl. Forgot how cute she used to be back then. But hey, yeah, this episode goes nowhere, and I'm amazed that at 22 minutes, this episode found time to have a montage with that crappy fucking early 2000s fake ass folk music that sounds like Jewel or any one of those fucking rip-offs. You know what I'm talking about, like Hillary Duff, whatever the fuck it was singing.
I wrote down Lilith Fair montage.
There you go, Lilith Fair montage. Yep. Yeah. Literally, yeah. It just pick any random Alanis Morissette clone and throw it in.
If you were a lesbian in the 90s, you would love this song.
Oh, yeah, man. If you're a fan of the show Charmed, this is definitely the episode for you.
I watched every episode, right? Charmed episode, yep.
But did you watch this episode, Developing?
Indeed. Do you want the intro?
If you have it, that'd be great, because this is Forrest Whitaker at his very laziest.
He's not even on screen.
Like, yeah, she takes him. I'm gonna wander off like my other eye. Fucking so lazy. All right, Frank's got another 7-8 minutes to prepare for that. So
chill. It's right here. I'm sorry.
We'll just improv.
For Edie Durant, life as she knew it ended over a year ago on a wet country road. But today, she'll get a second chance at happiness, because Edie Durant's future is about to develop in a place where the clearest is always black and white.
Rewind to the beginning.
Isn't quite so
pause it, because it wasn't loud enough for the first. Go ahead and rewind.
Look at mess.
I'm going to give.
What?
I'm going to say one thing.
How do you not hear me? Okay. Yes, Dick.
I will give it pointers, or at least this. This is like one of the first progressive casting choices ever, because it's predominantly a black cast.
Yeah, but they're all playing stereotypes, though, dude.
But she wasn't fucking a black dude.
You can take 2 steps at a time, goddammit. It was 2002.
We're in 2021 right now, and you still can't have a white girl and a black dude. It has to be a white guy and a black girl.
Yeah, that's not true.
That is all you get.
I've seen on commercials now. You have it swapped now. I've seen
barely.
It happens.
But let me backtrack, because I want Frank. The volume was too low. We couldn't hear it at the first. So let me just set it up real quick so we get to the intro. She's in a car. She's talking to her new husband. They just got married, and they're talking about a house. And he's like, "It's got it's about ocean and living there and have our kids and door red because it's inviting," or some bullshit, whatever he says, some jerk off phrase. So it looks like it'd be on a little piece of wood you stick at the door. Fucking, I hate this guy. I'm glad he died. He stops. He misses a stop sign because they're too busy talking about the fucking door. And he goes past it and he stops in the middle of the road. And instead of being like, "Let's continue our automobile out of harm's way," he just goes, "We're gonna sit right here." And instead, some other guy blows the other stop sign, or apparently it's a stop sign with a 75-mile-an-hour road going the other way, because they get hit by a car. And
they both were getting roadhead, and they all crashed into each other.
Okay. Oh, that's
what happened.
It's thinner.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right.
Final Destination, the dirty version.
You know what's funny? I'm glad you brought that up, because the husband I thought was the guy from Final Destination. I had to look him up. I thought it was the guy that got that thing wrapped around his throat in the.
Oh, okay.
He looked just like him.
Dude, I was legit hoping this was going to be more like Final Destination. I was really disappointed, man.
No.
So after he dies, Frank, we hear the intro. So go ahead and play Forrest Whitaker's Lazy Eye intro. Sorry, Lazy Eye.
For Edie Durant, life as she knew it ended over a year ago on a wet country road. But today, she'll get a second chance at happiness, Because Edie Durant's future is about to develop in a place where the clearest picture isn't always black and white, and still life isn't quite so still. The Twilight.
Look at this.
We did suck.
You know what's
Oh
funny?
my God, his head extends. Why does his head extend?
What and why does
Oh,
Forrest
yeah.
Whitaker not sound
Hold
like
on.
Forrest Whitaker when
Shout that out. Yeah,
I
he
just
does
on a
that.
button right here that makes his head extend. Had no idea.
Yeah.
it's,
You can't
That's
go back.
how
Once
he
it's
spends his
extended-
Friday nights, Phoenix. Now you know.
Hold on, let's push the button. Nothing.
This is already better than anything in developing.
Yeah, this is a developing news story about the pinhead doll I have.
There you go.
Head is just permanently out there, so he looks even more like a penis.
It's so it can double as a dildo.
You're going to develop a picture of your front door, and he's going to be standing there waiting for you.
It's ridiculous. Anyway, yeah, Forrest Whitaker's intro is fucking lazy. It is
He's not even there. It's
Yeah.
off cam. Like he's
The
just
voiceover.
not there.
ADR shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
We play in the script business. VO. It's VO. And
In the script business.
yeah, fuck this. I hate this. I don't hate this episode. I just found it like, okay, it's going here. Yeah, this is like you said, Adam, like a Hallmark movie.
Yeah.
It really is. It plays out like a legit Hallmark movie. There's a movie that came out in 2019 that I wanted to go see, and I didn't have time to check it out. But I want to see it because I heard how bad it was, and it was one of those movies
Stop
with
rating me, Dennis.
what the fuck's her name from Game of Thrones?
The Christmas movie.
The Last Christmas.
Oh,
And
yeah.
The movie is literally about the song. It's the song Last Christmas. Last Christmas I Gave You My Heart. It's about a girl that falls in love with the fucking heart donor that she took a heart from, and he winds up being a ghost. That's
So
the
it's
fucking
different.
movie.
But
Is that really the movie?
That's
But
the
the lyric-
fucking plot of the movie. I shit you not.
Wow.
what the lyrics are, Last Christmas I gave you my heart.
Yep.
But the very next day, you gave it away.
Yeah,
exactly.
so in this year, to save me from tears. Okay, so how the fuck did that work? Because she gave him the heart in the song. Now he gave her the heart?
Paul
Kiss-
Feig, the guy who made that wonderful Ghostbusters remake, wrote
Feig?
and directed this. Yeah, Paul
Made
Feig.
The Office, and I appreciate you for that. You directed a lot of episodes. Stop doing things.
Yeah, stop making
Stop
movies.
doing things.
Stop wearing that suit.
You look like Scott Thompson's gay character from Kids in the Hall.
Yeah.
He looks like a Scott Thompson character, and it's sad. And he
So this reminds me of something like that. It is something that belongs on the Hallmark Channel, but this is Robin Tooney when she was still, like, we decided this was pre-Mentalist, so she was probably, so this is post-Empire Records, post-The Craft, which is a
7 years
wonderful...
after The Craft.
I was going to say
Both of those
shooting the
movies are
craft,
fucking
right?
wonderful. So
Yeah.
we like Robin Tooney, and she was even great in The Mentalist. All right, so this
I
is
never
before
saw The
Mentalist. Yeah, I saw a couple of episodes. They're not bad. She's good in it. Okay,
I did 2 days on The Mentalist.
her character is wasted in this.
Adam, got some good news for you.
What's that?
She's born 1972, and she's from Chicago, Illinois.
There you go.
So, yeah, maybe Adam and I are genetically predisposed to being really attracted to Robin Tunney, but she just
I
has
am.
nothing to fucking doing this.
And you know that's in a movie with like Neve Campbell and Faruqa Balk, so that's saying something, you know. And she was wearing a wig through the whole thing, and it still worked.
Well,
So-
I felt like this episode was a sequel to The Craft with her character because she tried to commit
no,
suicide.
it's an insult to
in
the craft. Fuck,
The same
insult.
exact thing. She even had a straight line.
You know what it was? She still had the fucking henna like tattoo on her fucking arm left over from the movie, and they're like, "Let's just use that. Just don't wash it off yet. We'll use that. Save a couple bucks. Win-win." Yeah.
She didn't see a bunch of like snakes and spiders crawling out of her sink though.
No.
Toilet.
Nope.
No, Fruza Balk did not go crazy in this. Instead, we
No,
just-
and they didn't make
Film.
Skeet Ulrich fucking go crazy and kill himself either. So not nearly as fun. Yeah.
Also, speaking of Scream,
Yeah.
he never worked again. Some say
Oh,
Skeet Ulrich stopped existing after 1997. Some say that.
He should be able to shine now because he can totally take all the jobs that they can't give to Johnny Depp anymore.
Oh, I thought you meant Shine.
Ooh,
And the Kubrick to Shine.
shots fired.
Shots fired. Yep.
No,
Last
he's gonna
Christmas.
work. Amber Heard. You're never gonna have heard of her again.
I was going to
She
say
got
like,
fired.
what
Yeah,
did
she's
Depp
done.
do? He didn't do anything wrong.
She got fired from Aquaman 2, and it's going to be Amelia Clark.
Oh God!
Speaking
no.
of Last Christmas.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Because Momoa and her are buddies, bro. They're
Look,
super tight.
Emilia Clarke needs to realize that her acting career is over. Everything she's in is awful.
They
100% awful. They keep putting her in stuff, and they all bomb. Everything. She's like the new Charlie Hunnam. Okay,
that's what Hollywood does. They picked Jake Courtney, Sam Worthington, Emily Clark. All these actors they picked to try to make them stars. It never worked.
Nope. Yeah.
Adam just said so many things I have to think about.
Sorry.
Yeah, I agree. No, but Charlie Hunnam is great in The Gentleman.
He is. He's great in The Gentleman.
Good. He's good.
The problem is nobody went to go see The Gentleman, and that's unfortunate because it was a great fucking movie. Yeah.
But for the next project, people are going to go, he's fucking great in that movie. Because I watched that movie and I was like, holy shit, he is.
I hope it opens doors for him because I think he's a great actor. I keep rooting for him. But yeah, things that he's in are just generally not good. Yeah.
He and that movie are so good. It's going to win my best picture of last year.
Oh, yeah.
He's so good, and the movie's so good that I went back and rewatched his Guy Ritchie's
King Arthur.
King Arthur. And I went, this is fucking good. And I was like, oh, why do I like this? I felt ashamed of myself, but I'm like, it's fucking
should
good. I like it.
You should be.
It's like 25% really good. The rest of it's like
go watch Sons of Anarchy, loser.
Fucking
I watched it before.
A-list cheese. Yeah.
I don't like him in Sons of Anarchy. So
no.
He's terrible. See, I liked him in Sons of Anarchy.
He walks like.
Well, he acts too much like a tough guy you don't believe. Yeah. It's like you're not tough.
No. He wasn't.
Hey, Tara.
Nowadays, what character is he in Sons of Anarchy?
Yeah, he plays Jackson Teller in Jax. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's who you're talking about?
Did you know that Sons of Anarchy is based on Hamlet? Did you know that?
It's based on Hamlet and Hell's Angels.
Hamlet's Angels.
Great show. Fucking loved it.
Kurt Sutter's a dickhead.
Mediocre show.
Bullshit.
That's all I got to say about it.
Nah, it's fun. It's fun. It's
the last season was amazing.
Yeah,
the last season was fucking incredible.
It's Sopranos on motorcycles. That's all the fuck it is. It worked. I enjoyed it.
Really good.
Yeah, Sopranos is good though. You can't use that.
Okay, because of shit. We don't agree.
So back to this bullshit. Yeah,
developing. We can agree.
It sucks.
Yeah, it's so fucking basic, man. It's like, so she has an accident, loses her boyfriend. All right. Flash forward to the second thing, and she's sitting there talking to this black guy who's wearing a collar. He looked like Rev Run, from fucking Run DMC. I don't know who the guy. I don't know who the guy is, but I've seen him before. I recognize the face. But anyways, yeah, his role in the show is to be the supporting friend, I guess. They don't really establish what their relationship is. Maybe she's
her pastor.
Maybe he's her confidant or something like that, because they show that she has scars on her wrist. So we assume at one point.
Look who he plays in Cool Running. Yul Brynner. Was he the?
Okay, that's strange.
0% like this man in this movie.
It is par for the course nowadays. But yeah, so she starts, apparently she was a big shot photographer, and they encourage her to start taking pictures, and she reluctantly does it, and she starts seeing her boyfriend in a house that they described in pictures randomly scattered inside rolls of film. And she believes that her boyfriend is talking to her, and of course, they do the tropey thing where nobody fucking believes her and everybody thinks she's crazy, and they explain everything fucking away. All these supportive people don't listen to a thing that she has to say at all. And
not even that, it's just one guy.
Yeah, it's one
guy. It's
not
even people, it's one guy.
It's the one guy. He's a shitty friend. He really is. He's a shitty friend.
Well, my problem is he's the one that talks her into doing photography.
Yeah.
Immediately starts doing photography. She comes to him and she's like, hey, this is a color photo in the middle of my black and white roll.
Yeah,
it's a picture of a house that he told me about. It's a photo of a house.
Bitch, are you for real?
He's like, it must have been lost in there from when he took. I'm like, it doesn't matter. You can't make a color photo out of black.
They're just making shit up. Like, they don't even fucking try to listen to her. And it drives me crazy. I'm like, oh, fuck off. And then they still manage to have like a 10-minute fucking montage in a 20-minute episode. It's fucking stupid.
Sorry. Frank.
This is the only part of this episode I actually pulled because it set up the rest of the episode, really.
Okay. Go ahead, and when I'm finished talking here, go ahead and play that. Because prepare it. So he doesn't listen to her, and he's like, "You're crazy. He must have taken a picture before." Blah blah blah. But the next conversation, he's like, well, maybe you're right. And he kind of gives in a little bit. But then the next conversation after that, he's like, no, you're fucking crazy. You did it yourself. Yeah, Frank, go ahead and play that clip there.
A little too soon. How did you do this? This Photoshop?
It's on the negative, Sean. Alec is doing this. He has to be. There's no other explanation.
Unless you want it so badly, you're making it happen.
That's impossible.
Now who's being closed-minded?
It's him.
Right.
Okay.
It's
okay.
a
Say
picture.
it is him.
Right.
What do you think he's trying to say?
He wants me to be with him.
Or maybe he's trying to tell you he's at peace.
Then he'd send me a picture of him lying on a beach in Bermuda. He's at his house waiting for me. When I find it, we can be together.
That's the end of the episode.
Yep. That's literally the end of the episode.
Because he is telling her he's at peace, and that's it.
That's what. That's the whole point of the episode is go to this house that you see in the picture, and she goes to the house and she meets another man, and that's the end of the fucking episode.
Stud.
It's literally him, her ex-husband who's dead, going, "Get off my ghost dick, bitch! Move the fuck on with your life."
Yeah,
I'm not going to show up behind you making a pottery thing. I'm not going to do that. Get the fuck on.
And that is literally the only thread that this episode is riding on. That little fucking premise right there. That's it. That's all it has to offer.
I did
100%.
like the Back to the Future photo appearing. Like,
oh yeah.
Like I was half expecting Michael J. Fox to pop up,
and the guy comes over. He's like, "Nah, you just put that there." I'm like, "How in the actual living fuck?" Because she just put it there right there. Like she doesn't even fucking have a laptop with it. And the other thing that pissed me off, the whole episode takes place in a coffee shop. How fucking cliche can you get? She's got this shit hanging up on a wall, and they all look like pictures like you see when you buy picture frames at like Walmart. Like those little fucking pictures.
Well, that's what she does. That's her job.
So it's those pictures hanging up on a wall, like, and then everybody's standing around like, "Oh yeah, she's really good." I'm like, "Fuck off."
Dick, it was like the Enchantment Under the Sea scene where he shows up and then she shows up next to him, like, "Hey," and then he vanishes.
It's like this. Hold on, it's
awful. It's it's
There you go.
I'm disappearing. Trying to play guitar.
It's your cousin, Marvin Berry.
Speaking of Robert Zemeckis again.
Oh God, that's right.
Yeah, those are 2.5 good movies he made.
I don't like Back to the Future 3 at all.
It's a half a good movie.
Yeah, I can't get into that one at all.
No, it's terrible, but it's good, but it's also terrible.
I think actually Back to the Future 2 is my favorite.
Yeah, 2 is better.
I think 2 is a lot of fun.
2 is.
I don't know how they made 2 and 3 at the same time and was able to fuck 3 up so terribly.
Well, I think they spent so much time and energy trying to figure out 2 that they basically let Bob Gale write the third one and just go crazy because Bob Gale is the weak link in that chain.
Yeah,
he's the.
I'm just saying they just filmed it all in one.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
They shot it up here where I live, Columbia.
So
they shot a lot of it here.
Who wrote this bullshit episode that we're watching, and how many Hallmark movies has he written since? That's what I want to know.
It's a chick. I remember.
Moira Kirkland. She also runs a vast empire at Costco. So let's check out her. She's the producer of Dark Angel.
There we go. Okay, that was starting to make sense.
She produces Arrow.
Everybody produces Arrow.
And
producer credits really not there.
Hawaii 5-0.
Oh, the new one.
What else did she write though? That's what I want to know.
Ugh.
She wrote The In Between, Madam Secretary, Hawaii 5-0, Arrow, Castle, Medium, Dead Zone.
Medium. Okay, this does remind me of an episode of Medium, big time. That's a terrible show. Terrible show.
Dark Angel.
How many producer credits does she have on Hawaii 5-0?
Producer for Hawaii 5-0, 26.
Okay. Does she?
Enough.
That's pretty good. She's making money.
They didn't even thank her though, because in her thanks category, it's just AWOL and the Ranger from Kelly Street.
Oh
God.
Yeah,
okay,
Robin Tooney could not save this, sadly.
She's not the best actress in the world. She's just
but she's not. This was not a good vehicle for her at all.
She is the best I could say about her is she's there. This is an episode where you just go, they were there. They made this episode.
There's the cameo. There's the gratuitous cameo. Goodbye.
Here we are.
Remember,
here's our actor doing a scene. But Adam, going off what you were saying earlier, her photography debut that we see, because it's our first time seeing her exhibit.
Yeah,
and
she's like really into it. And
first of all, after she takes a picture and the picture of the house shows up randomly in color, she shows up. She's like, "I'm gonna go take more photos." Blah blah, and she runs off. From
montage.
Her friend does the Lilith Fair montage, but it's her taking pictures of kids on a playground. I'm like, if she were a man, this episode would be very different.
She would be arrested so fast it wouldn't even be funny. And also, I'm pretty sure that there are laws against just taking people's pictures without their fucking permission. I know there are laws that exist that even existed in 2002.
Not in public. Do what the fuck you want in public.
I don't know, man.
True. But
I do know. I have to look this shit up. Yeah, in public you can do whatever the fuck you want. You don't have a right of privacy in public.
I'm like, she's taking a picture of like two girls that look like they're making the kind of duck faces and shit you do if you were in one of those photo booths at Kmart, you know, like if they were doing I'm like, oh yeah, you're a real high art fucking photographer. Fuck you. Yeah. I took basic photography in college. I made better shit than that.
Like sitting at the food court in the mall, and they're like, and then
that shit, duck like, face.
Stop taking, and she takes a picture, and then it's some kids in a
YOLO,
and it's like shit like that, and they're like, Korn should play the theme song for your show, bitch, and they're going around the merry-go-round.
And then off to the fucking red room that everybody has to produce her fucking roll of film that everybody had, because that's how you did it back then.
But this friend of hers this priest, this guy goes from being cliche to annoying like 0 to 60 seconds with me. I can't stand this fucking character. He's like the shittiest friend and support unit I've ever seen. Because like you said, he just does a complete 360. He's like, well, yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe you're not crazy. Because that's what you want to tell somebody that slit their wrists. Yeah, you're just imagining things.
Well, they don't.
That's what they want to hear.
To the third go round where he completes his 360, he does a 180 and he goes, maybe you're right. Yeah, to keep taking pictures. Next time she takes pictures, he's telling me how to get this. Or I've been to the house. He's telling me this is where I'm supposed to be. He goes, you're fucking crazy. Look at these wrists. You slit them. I don't want to do that again. You're lucky I showed up in time to save your life. Blah, blah, blah. And you're like, do you care? I can't tell if you care or not because it seems like you don't give a shit about this lady.
It's a good thing I came over to give you your copy of Shawshank Redemption back because you were laying a puddle of blood and I saved you.
Like I said, the reason I said that I thought this was going to be kind of like Final Destination is when she took the first picture, she took it in a graveyard and she took a shot of an old lady. I'm like, okay, this might actually go somewhere. And
I was thinking the same thing. Something
never went anywhere after that. Yeah, it kept regressing into nothingness.
I thought that was going to be the whole thing. Is she keeps taking pictures and seeing like shit happening,
taking pictures of ghosts or something. Just anything fucking interesting.
I thought she was going to take pictures, and then the last one would be like the car that hits them, and that was her fantasy.
Oh, that was good.
That's like another life. Where it's like a fantasy world that she created in the last second.
That's something else. Like I didn't want to say the same thing because like last time when we did Another Life, I had said that's like a fucking Lifetime original show. That one we laughed at it. We had fun with it. We talked about the theme song and all that shit and his fucking name and everything. We could at least make our own fun with this. What do you do with this episode? This doesn't even have that. It has Lilith Fair in the montage.
When I die, I want to take photos. Maybe worry, just bury me along with my photo developing chemicals.
In my coffee shop.
Yeah.
YOLO.
Yeah. So stupid. This episode's terrible. But
fuck this episode.
But okay, let's continue on our train of thought because her friend is just sitting there. All this character is there for is to. I say he's the audience character, but I don't even think he's that at this point because the audience knows it's real. But the problem is, me as an audience goes, I don't give a shit. What happened to this girl? There could be photos leading to her rape. I don't care. I'm not going to.
There's a term for this that I'm going to borrow from another channel called Double Toasted. They have a term for this. It's every time an African American shows up in a movie like this, which, like I said, this is like a Lifetime original or Hallmark type movie. There's always the black friend they call the magical mystical Negro because he's just there for moral support. Like he's there to like, make everything better, and this is that same fucking cliche that we've seen 700,000 times, even by 2002 standards.
The best thing to ever use the magical Negro is Scatman Crothers in The Shining.
Yes,
where
in The
he
Shining.
travels so fucking far and hard and just shows up and gets an axe in the chest.
At least he actually gave a shit, though. This fucking guy, I don't understand. He's like the worst fucking friend you could possibly have. If anything, he would drive me to death, okay? Or murder, whichever came first.
He went from Florida to Colorado.
He did, yeah.
He takes a snowy vehicle all the way through the Colorado mountains. And
he's in his hotel room with big fucking boob bitches on the fucking wall and shit. Like, you left that to go back to the Overlook, you motherfucker.
He went from a taxi to a plane to a bus to a fucking snowmobile.
Also, whenever I watch that movie with my dad, we always laugh when he's in the snowcat because the way he's got the hood up, he looks like fucking E.T. when he's in the fucking basket. Every time I fucking watch it, you can't not see E.T. when he's in the snowcat.
But I was saying, he shows up at the snow, he takes the snowcat and he runs into the Overlook and he's like, takes his thing off finally. He's like, Danny, it's
the best unintentional comedy ever.
Yeah,
Thank you, Stanley Kubrick, you
the most
motherfucker.
amount of energy expended for the least amount of payoff. It's got to be the 100%. Like, if Sandra Bullock in Gravity fell back to Earth finally and she gets out of the capsule and she's like, Earth, axe to the chest.
No, if she fell out of the ship and she landed on an iceberg and there was like some baby seals and some guy with a club thought she was a baby seal and hit her over the fucking head and killed her.
Or she's the bear, the Arctic. She's tipping on the ice.
The bear eats her. Oh god,
it's
too funny.
Got to be the worst waste of time I've ever seen.
You know what would have been a better ending is the part where she's standing up on the cliff and it looks like she's like gonna maybe fall off the edge of the fucking cliff.
I was hoping.
If she started to fall, and I don't mean anything against Robin Tooney because we like her, we've already established that.
Yeah.
But if at that moment she woke up and she was still in the fucking car, and her boyfriend wasn't dead, that might have been a slightly more entertaining ending than really anything that we came up with would have been. Yeah, like she woke up.
Thought about
what I mean?
writing, Adam, because
I used to. I mean, we all like write something or other here. That's why when we see stuff like this, it irritates us because there's so many directions you could have gone with, and this just feels like the laziest fucking attempt at anything.
Speaking of, I do have a couple
I'm not as
more
creative
theories.
as you guys. I'm honestly I wouldn't have thought of that.
I thought it was her fantasy while dying, but I also thought I wrote down, so is her friend not real, or is he an angel or something? Like I thought she's
do
talking
the
to
sixth
herself,
sense thing. Yeah, do the sixth
trying
sense
to
thing.
talk herself into living and trying to convince herself it's fucking worth it.
There you go. Yeah, exactly.
And that's what yes.
Well, I was going to say, I almost thought it was going to be a darker ending because it's like, so what if it's not the guy, it's not the husband, it's something worse. It's the house calling her into this place. She's going to get there, and it's going to be like a crack den, and she's going to get raped and murdered. Something awful is going to happen.
Next stop, Willoughby.
Exactly, it's the Willoughby episode.
Next stop, Rippleby.
Hi there.
Come on in.
And all
You'll
the
never guess what happens in here.
And all the people that you saw throughout the episode, the people that raped her.
Where the Kool-Aid man grapes you in the mouth.
I hear you looking for Candyman, bitch.
What is that Ewan McGregor movie from like 2005?
Train Spotting?
No, it's good. And he's in the he's talking to a therapist, and he ends up being a guy that died in the road. It's called Stay.
Oh my god, that's like a straight to video movie.
Stay.
I don't know. I stopped following Ewan McGregor sometime after Velvet Goldmine. So
fucking hated that movie.
Stay is a movie where you like they thought they were being so fucking deep.
The Dr. Sleep was good.
Oh, you're the what?
You gotta give it up to Ewan McGregor for Dr. Sleep because that was a good movie.
No, Dr. Sleep is great, and we're talking about The Shining for a lot. So I really do like Dr. Sleep, but I've already professed my man love for Mike Finnegan. So
Flanagan,
sorry.
Sure,
yeah, it's Mike Flanagan makes terrible looking movies that are somehow good every single time. I don't understand the man. I blow him if I could.
Sounds like M. Night Shyamalan.
Shyamalan Ding Dong.
Mike Flanagan. Come on over now.
Hey, You listen to this podcast, Mike?
Yeah. Mike Flanagan, Phoenix Swallows, man.
Go
No, Oculus.
Love it.
It sounds like it'd be awful. Pretty good movie. And then Before I Wake sounds like it'd be awful. Fairly good movie. And yeah, I love House on Haunting a Hill House. He makes schlock in the sweet goodness that I'd totally let come in my mouth. That's all I'm saying.
Just like Alexander Daddario.
Oh God. No, not just like. That's different.
This reminds me of that episode of CSI Miami where Callie's talking to a fucking ghost trying to figure out who murdered her. This is like that. It's that fucking stupid.
It's like an episode of Ghost Whisperer.
Like,
yeah,
it
does feel like that.
I don't know. I'm just not a fan of stories about ghosts. I hate.
Well, you got to be clever with it. You know, there's things that you can do that would be interesting, but this doesn't do anything interesting at all. It's literally her boyfriend telling her to move on. This feels like a fucking chick flick. It's
you know what it feels like to me?
Hallmark Channel shit.
I agree with you, but it also to me feels like an episode of. I mentioned it before when I compared this show, the specific version of Twilight Zone to it, the Jonathan Frakes hosted show, Beyond Belief.
Beyond Belief. Yeah.
It reminds me of Beyond Belief, which is like the house, and she shows up, and the guy's there, and the photo changes. Is this story too good to be true? You decide. After like that sort of. It's like the simplest shit spread out over 30 minutes, and it's nonsense.
The Jonathan Frakes meme has me cracking up right now.
That's what I wanted to see though in Beyond Belief. If that was the conceit, if he goes, if you thought that this story was true, you're fucking stupid because there's no such thing as ghosts.
Fucking idiot, and we'll find out the real after this. You fucking idiot.
There's so many people in this world that actually believe in ghosts, and it just drives me nuts.
Anyway, go read Star Trek First Contact. I directed that.
Yeah.
Nice. Good job.
Yeah, ghosts. I already talked about at length. I don't want to go down that road again.
I just don't. I don't like movies about it because I'm just like, you don't.
And this isn't even really a ghost story. It's just a guy in a photograph.
Yeah.
It's a photo story.
Every single anthology show has to have the haunted camera aspect. Or haunted painting.
This is almost a haunted painting episode.
See,
yeah.
The problem with this episode is this episode does not. Yeah, like this episode does not follow the TZ trope. Like this is not a TZ episode. Like this does not fit.
No, this belongs like on an episode of One Tree Hill. Okay,
it needed that secondary, Frank, you'll agree with me. It needed that secondary twist where you're like, whoa. But instead it goes.
There is no twist. This
husband
is
husband haunting the photos by telling her to get this house, and she gets there and she meets another man the fuck. End of episode.
Get off my ghost dick and live your life.
Way better than the other boyfriend too. I gotta say that.
What?
The guy that she meets is so much better than her former boyfriend.
His name is K. Van Smith.
Oh, that's a man's name right there.
I will not read this man as Kevin because look at this shit. Look how he spells this.
Yeah, that's definitely a guy that listens to Foghat and chews skull tobacco.
Look at this. K. Van. That's not Kevin. That's K. Van.
K. Van Smith.
K-A-V-A-N.
What else? What's his biography look like, or his bibliography?
No.
Oh, I want to see I want to see his work.
Fine.
He's probably got 4 projects.
Probably on One Tree Hill at least twice.
Mission to Mars.
Oh my God, I hate him already.
Stargate Atlantis, which our other, if I'm not mistaken, our other main character is from Stargate Atlantis as well as Stargate. So look him up.
There you go.
Yeah, there he is.
They come as a package deal. It's like you get her, you get him. Yeah.
Her original husband and her new husband are also on both on Stargate Atlantis. He's in Titanic, the made-for-TV version.
The made for Hallmark Titanic.
He's in the 4400. You know what's funny is look up the other guy, her original husband. He has not worked since 2016. I looked him up earlier.
The 4400 was a show that they made for the 4400 people that couldn't find any work after 2000 something. So they just put them in a show and called it that. Just made shit up as they go.
I remember watching that thinking this makes no sense.
It didn't. It was fucking dumb. It get to a point where you don't want to watch it anymore.
You remember that Friends?
I didn't get there and I stopped.
Remember that wasn't this one, right? Where she did that Friends joke? Or am I thinking of something else?
You think of something else?
Yeah.
I don't remember the friend. I don't remember the Friends
I'm
joke
thinking
in
of the
this one.
Orville, Adam.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the Orville. My notes are all. I read the wrong thing.
Yeah. That was more fun to watch than this.
It was. That episode was way better than this. But they also, the Orville feels like a show that should be on in 2002, not now. But here we are.
Yep.
Yeah.
It reminds me so much of the USS Callister on Black Mirror. I'm sorry. Because I can't help it.
You can help it. No, you're paying for it.
That has nothing to do with this.
NASCAR.
That's right.
Frank?
Jesse
Anything about NASCAR? Anything you want to say at all about NASCAR? Keep in mind.
Stop cursing at me.
Oh, you're good. Okay.
Stop calling me these names.
Okay, guys. Developing. Out of 10, Frank.
3.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Any reason why in particular?
Because it literally amounted to nothing. This was nothing. This was about nothing at all. There's nothing Twilight Zone-y about it. Nothing interesting about it. There is no such thing as ghosts. Fuck her red room. And photography is not a career. It's a hobby.
It's a hipster job. Yeah.
Adam?
4 out of 10. It was very borderline basic, but it's so lazy that it's below basic. It's below average. It didn't make me angry, but it definitely made me frustrated. I was excited to see an episode of Rob and Tooney, and like you said, we've seen a couple of this particular series where they were decent, not great, but this one's just. I was annoyed that so much of the runtime was just wasted on stupid shit like montages and photography of basic things. It's pretty bad when you have a 22-minute episode of Twilight Zone and you have to pad the runtime. It's indicative of what it is. But yeah, it's 4. Yeah.
All right, Dick. Wake up and tell us your score.
4.
Okay.
I just, whatever.
Yeah,
No
fart
point.
would have finished that.
It's fine.
I gave it a 5. I just found it kind of boring. I didn't hate it. It was like just short of a couple twists that would have made it more satisfying. I liked her in it. I didn't mind the episode. I wasn't as irritated as Adam, because if I was irritated, I could start to go 4-3-2, that sort of thing, the score. Yeah. But 5 was because nothing really irritated me. Just
I think the one thing that irritated me was that priest, just him constantly doubting literally everything she says. And at one point, I was just waiting for her to say, like, "Look, motherfucker, you're so concerned about me. Will you just listen to me for once and just go with it for just a second?" That's one thing. If I ever make a horror movie, one trope I refuse to fucking address is I don't want that guy in the show that thinks that somebody's always hallucinating. I'm fucking sick of that. I'm so beyond sick of that.
That didn't bother me though, because I didn't feel as far as you did. I didn't feel like, I don't believe, because the problem is he did believe her for like one scene, and it went away.
It's almost like he's talking himself out of it, and it just got to to where it was borderline stupid. It's like, come on, dude, color pictures on a black and white film. Wake the fuck up, seriously.
Well,
you went to basic school.
I have personal experience with that because I worked in a photo development thing after film school. After I left, I went back to Michigan and I started working in a photo development place. And I had one woman, elder lady, probably 60 or so, came into the lab after she printed some photos and I gave them to her. And she goes, "Why are these in color? I took these in black and white film." And I go, "You most certainly did not." And she goes, "You gave me color photos. I took black and white film." I go, "Do you know how long that would take? I have to obey the laws of physics here, lady." You know how long
this when you say, "Look, bitch, I don't work for Ted Turner. I'm not into colorizing shit."
This is literally what I said. I said, "I have to obey the law of physics here. It would take me several days to do your photos in color if they were printed in black and white, because they're not in color. I have to color them, right?" And she's like, "Yeah." I'm like, and she didn't agree with me, so we had to give him the photos. I'm like, you fucking crazy bitch.
Wow.
So I know how it feels to be thought of a crazy man over color versus black and white photos. But still, I'll give it a 5. It didn't bother me. Adam, you seem a little more pissed than I am.
Yeah, I was disappointed that it's like it kept progressively getting worse as the episode went on. I was feeling the length. Even at 20 minutes, it felt long. Yeah.
With this a little cathartic here. A
little bit. Yeah. Not quite enough. Yeah.
That was satisfying.
The 4 points is because Robin Tooney's hot. That's all I
Keep
can
in mind,
say.
our next episode is this, though. Night Gallery.
Oof.
Oh, boy.
Woof.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second, but yeah. All right, guys. Any parting words of wisdom? Anything you learned from developing? Adam, sounds like you learned not to write characters that are just dismissive of your horror movie protagonist.
I used to develop film too, man, and I agree with you. Some of these things that the guy was saying, it's like, do you just not understand how pictures work? I mean, I know it's not really. We live in the digital age now. Where developing film, thank God, is not really a thing anymore.
Has frozen on me here.
But yeah, it's just my parting word would be, if you're making a horror film or writing an episode of the next Twilight Zone failure with Jordan Peele, if he ever gets that picked up again, don't have that character in there that's constantly second guessing the main character, because it gets annoying after a while, like really annoying.
Yes.
Avoid that trope if possible.
Any other lessons learned? Okay. Our next two podcasts. Yes, in a second.
Okay.
Our next two podcasts is next week. We're doing episode 230, which is our first Night Gallery episode. 202A, Death in the Family. But then we're going right back into 2002 Twilight Zone, Pool Guy, which sounds fucking awful. So I'm sorry for that, but that's what the bingo hopper chose, and it's
sure, blame the bingo hopper.
No, the bingo hopper has been fairly decent so far with our choices for this show. Not Tales from the Crypt.
No, it shit the bed.
Adam is shaking his head no, but you realize we're going to get way worse episodes coming up here. So
the bingo hopper belongs in the vault at Curious Goods. It needs to go there and stay there. All right.
You can't say it's been cruel to us with this show. With this show, it's been fine. It's been whatever.
Yeah, leaving Tales from the Crypt was the best thing that ever happened to us.
Yes. You guys talked me into that.
Yeah.
At least we got to do the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for this show, it's been whatever. It's been middle of the road. No complaints about the bingo hopper for Twilight Zone. Tales from the Crypt, though, it is.
I don't think we've rated anything below a 4 yet. Well, yeah, Frank gave this one a 3. So.
Our next episode from Tales from the Crypt, if we do one, is a fucking cartoon again, of course. Because the bingo hopper is cursed and it belongs in Friday the 13th series, like Adam said.
Meh.
It is cruel.
Meh.
Anyway, plugs. Adam.
RaidersOfTheLostFlix.com, where we review movies, TV shows, Bad Movie Watch Review every Friday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. Look for Raiders of the Lost Flicks. Look for me on Twitter at Raiders_OTLF.
Dick.
Buy the books, Amazon.com, Richard Pierce, no, that's all.
Monster Monroe.
No, another night.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Frank.
RedDragonsRadio.com. IndieSportsCarPodcast.com. And good stuff.
LIWstudios.com for me. You can check out all of our different podcasts there. LIW Twilight Zone Review, this one. Anthology Series Review, John Carpenter Review, John Frankenheimer Review, Orville Review, what else? Walking Dead Review, and American Horror Story, Westworld, blah, 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 blah. B-Movie Battle. Goes on and on.
You just got so much on your plate.
Yeah. So much so that I'm delayed for years and years. So Walking Dead, I'm like 4 seasons of shows behind. I just can't.
You can't do that. No,
you're probably better off just staying that way.
Yeah,
just staying
don't
behind.
watch that show. You'll lose your mind.
I'm so far behind. I'm just like, maybe this is where I stay.
Yeah.
Maybe I just stay behind.
That's what you should do. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, every Wednesday night we do Anthology Series Review, and then we do a John Carpenter movie. And check those out on YouTube. Lori Doing in Wonderland. Tuesdays is this show. Obviously, you know that if you listen. You're sick of hearing it. But yeah. Until next time, in the meantime, I'm Phoenix West.
I'm Frank Links.
Adam Wilcox.
Jig Ticket.
So long, citizens. So long, Robin Tunney.
I killed myself.
Robin Tooney's career.
So, are we watching the John Carpenter movie? Is it on Amazon or where's it at?
Robin Tooney's career. You have to rent it.
Is it on Amazon though?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on Amazon. It's on Vudu.
Okay.
We still live?
No. Well, we're live, but I canceled